actually are.
Huh? Oh. Ooh, that was close. We're done.
All right, I think we are live.
Yeah, baby.
Are we live?
We must be.
I don't know. I got an ad.
Yeah.
Well, come on.
Don't
You
blame
don't have
me.
YouTube Premium?
No.
I
I could
not.
be a billionaire, and I would still.
Oh, here we go. We're live. We're live.
We are live. Hello, everyone. It's Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, and welcome back to another episode of the Talkin' Yu-Gi-Oh! Crazy 8's podcast. We are so happy to be with you back on our normal scheduled time here on Wednesday nights, every 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern time, always somewhere kind of in that realm. We're Vombi doing it up. We have a lot to get to today, ladies and gentlemen. We have all things Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush on this podcast, obviously, focusing on episode 4, Chupataro trying to trap Udius. The motivation for why he was trying to trap Udius I thought was very fascinating. I think that's going to be probably the big focal point of the conversations today, maybe some theories. I have a little bit of a theory that I'm excited to share. And we have a pretty full house tonight. No Dredger, unfortunately. He was not able to make it, but we got Pete. We got Nick T, and we got Cal. Nick T, how you doing tonight,
I'm
man?
doing great. Happy to be here.
Cal, how you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm good. You know, just doing my thing.
Well, I'm happy. I'm happy you guys are here.
No, I'm happy to be here.
Why didn't you ask Pete how he's doing?
Pete said he didn't want to do the. Actually, yeah, Pete, how you been, man? It's the
silent.
He's giving us the silent treatment, but Pete will hopefully have some things to say about the episode. He was also not here for episode 3, so I'm interested to know his thoughts for episode 3. You were not here for episode 3.
I was not.
So I'm interested to know your thoughts. We also got the episode 5 summary in full and the episode 6 summary. Whoa. The episode 6 summary, to me, is very fascinating. It is, if you've read the episode 6 summary, and we're going to get to that way down the road, it is very, to me, Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's-esque. So that'll be very exciting to kind of go over. But I do want to thank everybody who donated or super chatted in the last Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! Crazy 8's episode. To everyone that does that, thank you so much. There are 2 ways to do it. The normal super chat function or the link in the description. I get a little bit of a larger percentage from the link in the description. More of that goes directly back to the channel, back to the quality of content. But either way, however you feel comfortable, just know it's extremely appreciated. Big thank you to Philip Rosewood, That Man 666, Ice Aiden, Jack Knight, X-Slayer, Image Breaker, Soda Machine King, Miguel Martinon, Chupa's Mead Card, Angie-chan, and Solid Snack. I don't know why I said Angie-chan. That was not part of her name, but...
You didn't even write that down. You just
No, I didn't write it down. I don't know why. Angie, I don't know why I said that, but thank you, Angie, for being here and for being a part of this wonderful community. Thank you guys all. You guys all rock. Episode 4 was an interesting one. It was our first non-duel episode, which I thought was really interesting. But I do want to know how you guys are feeling about kind of Chupataro, because I think he was at the forefront of this episode once again. I mean, him and Udius were this episode. So general impressions. We're going to actually start with Cal tonight, because Cal was not here for episode 3.
Send it back to him.
So, no, I don't actually have anything. So what are your thoughts? If you send it back, I'll figure it out. But what are your thoughts on episode 3 and 4?
All right, hold on. Give me 3 seconds to channel into the back of my brain since you didn't tell me I was going to be starting off.
Why don't you start us off?
No, you know what? No, why doesn't Cal start us off this time? You know?
This guy's getting bold. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's see. Episode 3 was good. Wasn't great, but I liked it.
Yeah.
The Chupacabra guy is very weird. I don't even know what his name is.
Chupataro
is what it's called. Yeah. He was weird. I'm happy that the Yogster is still going to be around, although Dylan wanted him gone forever.
I didn't want him gone forever. I said it was...
There's footage.
Yeah, there's...
We're not going to get started.
Okay. But no, overall I thought it was a pretty solid episode. It kind of brings our boy Chupataro to the forefront, kind of gives him a role, if you will.
Yes.
I had a kind of a Sevens parallel character to him in the way that he makes me kind of looks like you might be on the same boat as me because of that smirk.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Hunt.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Hunt a lot
He
of
does
it.
remind me of Hunt.
He's
that annoying pain in the ass
conniving.
character.
No,
scheming,
but
yeah.
like, and not even
Yeah.
to like side with you on like the I hate Hunt thing.
yeah.
That is what he is like.
Yeah.
He definitely gives
No,
me
I
that
know.
same vibe that Hunt gave me.
I know.
In 7. So maybe there's a long alien connection that brings him back to the old Mr. Hunt.
Oh,
but
that's uncalled for. Let's not get crazy.
I mean, how would that even work?
I don't know how it would work. I don't even want to think about it.
well, yeah, I don't know. The episode trying to not carry into this next episode. 3 was good. It wasn't my favorite. Wasn't my least favorite.
Yeah.
But again, it's episode.
Least favorite. It's
That's what I'm saying. We're only 4 episodes in, so I don't really have much to base it off of. I meant to say like it wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. It wasn't the best.
I know what you meant.
The third episode saying it wasn't my favorite, wasn't my least favorite.
It's like at a 3.
That means it's in the middle. It's my second favorite.
All right, can I riff a little bit about this episode?
Riff.
Wait, I
Let me
thought you
riff.
had nothing.
No, I did have something. You just didn't throw it back to me. So let me riff a little bit
Told me not to
about.
throw it back.
He told you not to.
Let me riff a little bit about this episode.
Can I get a oh yeah?
That was necessary.
Yeah, that was.
I thought this episode was good for a non-dueling episode. I do welcome non-dueling episodes. There were a couple of elements that I didn't like, but I thought the continued world building was where this episode really excelled. Let me say this. By the time that Yugioh was for the 3rd time doing the same "You're my eternal friend," 3rd time I was like, all right, now it's a little
Well,
little
that's when it was
stale.
enough. It has to
Yeah.
be 3. Yeah.
The 2nd time I thought, okay, it's fine. 3rd time was one too many for me, so I thought that joke was a little overplayed, especially
kinda-
because it was kind of lengthy.
Kind of trapped in that joke, you know.
Of course, we were trapped in that joke. But there were a few things this episode did that I thought was masterful. In terms of extended world building, and it continues to keep the dedicated Yu-Gi-Oh fan guessing as to where this show truly is in relation to Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's. Something that I loved, we knew that the town this takes place in is Matsuba Town. Matsuba Heavy Machinery
Yep.
also exists in this world.
Yep.
I thought that was very interesting because all of the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's characters that we've seen have something a little different about
little
them.
off, yeah.
Right? Nick Yagi, Old Man Yagi as I call him, he has a different catchphrase. He cooks different food. The mole on Ms. Maki's face,
Yeah.
different side. Very little things. I don't think that necessarily means anything in the grand scheme of things, but it's very fascinating to me that we have not seen any of the main 7, and now Matsuba, one of your main 7 characters, it's the same exact company. I really would have been fascinated if it was not the same name, if it was like Matsuba Large Machinery.
Right, but it's heavy. It's
the same exact company. Does that mean anything truly? Maybe not.
right.
But I like that, again, they're continuing to give little breadcrumbs as to what is the ultimate tie-in here between Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's and Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush. Something that I theorized in my episode review, when Yugioh is stuck in this metal container and he's trying to break out and he says, I can't get out of this. This material is like from the cosmos.
Yes.
Could that be Gohanium? The same material that is Tiger's bassoon is made out of.
Very possible.
That Caterpillar couldn't break with his
why,
tools.
who's to say that Gohanium isn't cosmic in nature?
Well, we never knew. Gohanium was a very weird material, and we never knew where it came from.
Exactly.
The name implied Goha's corporation, but there were so many mysteries with Goha.
Right.
The siblings were living
From
in space.
yeah.
Like, there were so many
Yeah,
mysteries
so
there.
Gohanium could be cosmic in
Yeah.
nature. Very fair.
Now, I'm not saying it is Gohanium, but it could be another tie-in there.
Sure.
Something, though, that I thought this episode managed to do very well from just within its own boundaries. And what I mean by that is nothing with Matsuba, nothing Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's related or outside the scope of the show, which will be relevant, I think, at some point much further down the road. But something this show did really well is the introduction of Kawhi Tell. I actually thought his introduction, low-key, really well done.
It was really well done.
Really well done, because it establishes menace with him. It establishes a success with his character, where he was able to successfully steal the Earth Damar from Yuhi. It also establishes that Yuhi is not out of his mind.
Right, he's
That
not just
Earth Damar
crazy.
is real.
Because we thought he was. We're like, what is he talking
Yeah,
about?
and he had it's not like someone, like, I was under the impression this alien broke into his house, stole it, and ran.
No, he
This
beat
is
him.
someone who confronted him and beat him in a rush duel. So we already have an established rivalry between Yugioh and Kawaitel.
Yep.
We know from the episode 5 preview they're going to have a rematch in front of us on episode 5, which I'm very excited about. And I think that also adds to the drama of that duel,
I
because
agree.
you have a little bit of a history between these characters. So that was really well done. And then you just start putting the puzzle pieces together. All right, well, Kawaitel stole the Earth Damar. Chupataro is working under Yugioh. Chupataro's latest plan in this episode was to capture Udius in order to get questions answered about Earth Damar, which is what Kawaitel stole. So does that mean that Chupataro and Kawaitel are both working under Yugioh? Does that mean that Chupataro is working under, two separate entities here? Because it's not like Chupataro stole the Earth Damar.
No.
But the fact that he's interested in knowing what it is
Right.
makes me think it's heavily implied that all of them are working together and all of them have a hand in this. Further evidenced.
Or they could just be employed by the same people.
Or they could be employed by the same people, maybe Yugioh in this case.
Right.
Which is further, I think, evidenced in the final shot of the opening, where all three of them are standing together, facing off against Udius, against Yuamu, and against Yuhi. So I thought this episode, while the comedy was kind of all right for me, and the concept was okay, I thought at times it was a little slowish. I thought the introduction of Kawaitel and the greater world building was fantastically done in this episode,
Sure.
which is what you want to see in a very early staged episode of
Agreed.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Agreed.
Nick T, your thoughts on episode 4?
Yes. Well, first, before I get into that, because it just drives me a little crazy. The whole, like, everything all being off about the characters, like, the Nick Yagi one is like, the most, like, grasping at straws thing, just because, like, that's like saying, there's something off about me because I don't still say cool beans and only eat chicken nuggets like I did 20 years ago.
That's true.
Like, there's nothing off, I just changed.
That's true.
Like-
That's true. No, I the only one that really is distinctly concrete to me, there's two.
Is Miss
It's
Maki.
the mole
Yeah.
that switched sides, and it's Prisaki, the character that
She
Princess
should be
G
older
was
and
playing.
yeah.
That didn't actually exist as far as we know in Yu-Gi-Oh! 7.
That's
Those
fair.
are the only two. The Nick Yagi one, I don't think has an insane. I don't think
There's
it's
no
any
credence
way.
in that at all, yeah, but the other two, sure.
Right.
But I just wanted to address that one because I'm like, no. What?
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Um,
right.
But as far as the episode, I actually really enjoyed it, especially as a non-dueling episode, because you have to take not for granted, but like at face value, like the early episodes are introductory episodes, especially like they even set just like with 7's Up introducing rush duels to us.
Yes.
Which for the most part has been within the framework of duels, which makes them slow down a little.
Everybody!
Which makes them slow down a little bit.
to do it.
And that's fair. But this time they introduced a mechanic in the game outside of the framework of the game itself, which I thought was really clever. It's like, oh, I'm trapping you, but hey, here's how this trap works.
Yeah.
That's a similar in concept. I thought it was really cool. For me, the comedy, I think 3 times was the perfect amount. I think
Okay.
any more than that, I've been like, all right, this is getting really tired.
It's fair.
But outside of that, I thought that was funny. I thought the comedy was really good. But that also introduced like a part of world building that you hadn't mentioned actually that I thought was really intriguing, and that was Udius's world building. Because now we're like getting a little bit more and more about his experiences in battle and all sorts of combat experience, and sort of his world, his universe, his galaxy is taking shape a little. He was like, oh, this third planet. Oh, and the coldest planet in the, like...
He survived ridiculous
He even
temperatures.
survived ridiculous stuff, but like he's mentioning all these different planets with different unique names in his galaxy.
Yeah.
And I think that's really interesting because in my head I was thinking, oh, there's this planet in this, but no, he's like all the framework of like the Velgear's people like are all taking place on like different planets. The combat is taking place in different planets. So I thought it was really interesting.
He's kind of building the world. For
Exactly.
us, yeah.
Just through like his talking about his experiences with the traps. Like it's just like it was the perfect setup for all that, which is awesome. Yuhi's like development where like he was caught in a moral dilemma, like whether it's should I deal with this selfish thing like where I really want to get my Earth Damar back or do I help my friends?
Yeah, I like that
And he
a
made the
lot.
right decision.
He did.
Yuhi came in
I
clutch.
was worried he wasn't gonna.
Yeah.
I really
8.8
was.
million people incinerated.
I was worried he wasn't gonna. Well, they would have been chopped up because that was
that
in
was the chop up part.
disposal.
You're right. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, let's not overlook the fact that Chupataro was willing to kill 8.88 million people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. But when you don't see it, you don't really know. I think that's his thing. There's no, it's like, it's just a machine.
Right. Well, and the other thing that was fascinating about it too for me is Yugioh says if you drop that ship into that incinerator, it will really inconvenience, trouble my countrymen. Yeah. So I think they probably would have survived.
I think they would have survived. Yeah, I think so.
Which is insane.
Yeah. At least that's the implication.
But that's another great point that I didn't even kind of mention in my opening monologue. I think that we're getting bits and pieces of really how superhuman and supernatural Yugioh actually is.
Definitely.
And that's really exciting.
Yeah, that's really exciting. Mm-hmm. And then finally, I think actually, not necessarily finally, I'm really excited about the way they set up the Kawhi thing. That was really well done. You know, like, oh, here's this character, there's a past here. That was cool. And then, like, the final piece, I think, that really got me excited, on top of the development of Yuhi, is how it's further integrating him into the fold here. Yes, he was this, like, sort of silly kid, but now, like, Yugioh's countrymen have accepted him because of his, like, sort of, because of how much he cares and how much he was willing to do for them. And I think that shows a lot of growth already, and the acceptance means a lot. Like, I think we're going to see a lot more out of Yuhi because of that. And I'm really excited about it.
Yeah,
I thought it was great. I thought it was a really great episode.
Yeah. Well, chat kind of agrees with you. 57% of you guys said the episode was good, 6 to 8. I think that's the range I'd put it in. Yeah. 30% said it was great, 8 to 10. 10% said it was decent, and only 1% said it was a bad episode. Wow. Which is what you always want to see. You always want to see a majority of people enjoying the episodes. Yeah. So that's always a good thing. And it's a pretty
overwhelming majority thought it was good or great.
Yeah, exactly. 87%. Yeah, so that's always good. Cal, what were your thoughts here on episode 4? Was there anything that you thought was kind of interesting that we didn't mention?
That you didn't mention. I mean, you hit a lot of nails on the head here.
Talked a lot.
Yeah, but no, I
had a lot
like
of
you were saying about Yugioh being like superhuman, right? Just the fact that like he first of all he like does like a pull up and flips himself out of the first trap, right?
Yeah.
The second one he literally breaks out of being frozen solid, and that's when you said he mentions, oh, this is nothing
negative 800 degrees.
Like fighting on that planet that was negative 800 degrees.
Yeah. Right.
And I was just like, what? Like,
yeah.
And then, but it is also funny to see like you were saying that when he's trapped in that crane and he can't actually turn his neck and like
can't get out
do anything, even with the eye beams going out.
Yeah.
And that's when like Ccapacappuuu realizes like I'm never gonna call him his actual name. That's when Ccapacappuuu, that's when the Ccapacappuuu guy realizes that he's actually stuck.
Which, wait, real quick aside, there was a very underrated like comedy bit there where he's like, all right, just break out of this so we can move on. And then he realizes that he's actually stuck.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that whole breaking thing, it reminded me of when Caterpillar couldn't break Tiger's bassoon, which was Gohanium. So I don't know if that's what they were going for, but I thought that was kind of interesting, yeah.
But yeah, and then like you said with the oh my god, I'm terrible with names. Kawhi, thank you. I like how you knew where I was going.
Yes.
With Kawhi when Yuhi sees him, he's like about to break it after him, and then like just out of like the corner of his eye, he's like, maybe I should go help my buddy over here first. Like, I don't know.
You made the right decision.
But I also thought like the whole Earth Damar thing might just be a whole like.
Few people did.
Like, not necessarily completely fictional, but just something that's not that important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's important to Yuhi maybe, but not very important to anybody else.
A few people did.
But at this point, it's kind of come, like you said, when Chupataro says that, like, oh, what do you know about the Earth Damar? And I thought Yuhi was going to be like, wait, like, he knows about Earth Damar too? Like, what the... Like, I thought he was going to kind of react to it, but he didn't.
Right, he didn't, yeah.
But that, like, to me, like, I reacted like that. I was like, oh, okay, so does Yugioh know about this too? Like, is he not, like... Is he also kind of in? Maybe he's here trying to find Earth Damar also? Not... And, like, hasn't really spilled those beans yet. Although, he seems so... Like, he doesn't seem smart enough.
He doesn't seem like he has a grip of anything.
That's what I mean.
He's
like,
learning.
He is learning,
but
right?
I'm saying he doesn't seem like he has the capacity to, like, hide that.
Oh, no.
At least not from them. Maybe from, like, somebody they don't know.
Right.
But, did you play I Know Something You Don't?
No. But that's a good
I know something you don't.
Yeah, I mean, they do know something we don't.
Right?
Know.
So, I'm interested to see kind of how that turns, and then, like, how you guys said, the kind of power structure of the other side. Are they all working for one guy? Are they working on separate teams? But they all seem to know about the Earth Damar, so it kind of builds on an interesting storyline, which should unfold. I feel like kind of soon.
Yeah, I also don't know if I'm fully on board that it's just such a coincidence that this area of a garbage disposal number 8, right? That this area that Chupataro had booby-trapped for Yugioh, trying to trap him, is right next door to where Kawaitel is bathing in a river.
No, I don't think...
I don't think that's a coincidence, and I think that could be another just kind of further evidence that they're all in this together, and they're all working together.
A thought I did just have, though, is... Say they were, like, employed by the same people. Someone has the Earth Damar because Kawaitel stole it from Yuhi. So then why does Chupataro not know about it? Like, obviously, certain with information...
Well, but Chupataro doesn't not know about it. He just doesn't know what it does or what it's for.
So then does he have his own motivations?
Well, I wonder if Kawaitel... Yeah, I mean... Why would Kawaitel and Yugioh have stolen something that they don't know what it's for?
They know. Kawaitel definitely knows.
And you think Chupataro doesn't know?
I'm sorry,
so
not
then
Kawaitel.
you think Chupataro...
Yugioh definitely knows.
So you think... Do you think Yugioh sent Chupataro on this mission like he did in episode 3?
This mission to get Yugioh, but I don't know about the Earth Damar. I'm really not convinced.
Okay.
Because you'd figure if Kawaitel... Unless Kawaitel doesn't work for...
Okay.
But if Kawaitel works for Yugioh...
Yeah, I know, and that's a big if. We don't know if that's true.
If
we're
he's
trying
the
to
one,
put the
then
pieces
he has
together.
the Earth Damar, why would Chupataro be the one asking for about it?
Chupataro could be, it could be a simple case of that wasn't Chupataro's mission, so they don't tell him the details of why they're doing
Right, then
certain
why would
things.
he want to know?
Well, then maybe he feels left out. If it's
That's what I mean, his own motivation.
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't think it's his
But
own
I don't know if
motivation.
it's a motivation in terms of he wants it for his own gain, or more of just he wants to know what's going on.
He wants to be in on the
because maybe it's something that he doesn't believe is the right thing to do. In that, I'm not saying
I feel like
that's
he's too
how
dumb
he
to have
feel.
morals, though.
But you know what I mean? Like, he might have a different idea or vision on it, which could turn into his own gain at the end. But yeah, he could have vengeance.
Yeah, so we definitely disagree on that a little bit.
I don't know if I disagree. It's just I'm just spitballing here because I don't know why.
I think we're kind of just thinking of more ideas than just one.
Yeah.
We're kind of like, well, it could be this, but it could also be this.
No,
or maybe it's
absolutely.
that.
There's definitely a few things that can be. So if you had to pick right now, would you say that Chupataro acted fully in this episode based on Yugioh's orders? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. I agree with that. I think he did.
Yeah.
I think he did. But you think there's a decent possibility that he didn't?
No, I would say decent. No.
Well, I don't think Yugioh's orders were to kill 8.88 million people.
Yeah, well, that was probably not. Well, it could have been any means necessary. Well, right, and those are also Yugioh's countrymen.
Right.
Let's not overlook that.
Yeah.
That's a good point as well.
Oh, true.
Like Chupataro was about to kill
Yugioh.
Yugioh's countrymen, unless they're gonna do some crazy twist where Yugioh is from like an actual different planet and is like trying to sabotage it for Velgear.
He was like a plant in
No, but he
He
could
could
be
have been a plant,
He
maybe.
could be in the same galaxy, but from a different planet.
Could be. I mean,
That's why it's at war, right? I think that it's like they're at war with themselves.
So yeah, it's not really said. It's not really stated. You think it's a civil war? You think it's a Velgarian civil war?
I think so.
I don't think so. I think they got attacked by an outside force.
I don't think so. I disagree.
You think it's a civil war?
I think it's civil war in this.
Wow.
In the way that it's within the galaxy, but I think the different planets may be warring with each other.
Okay.
It's clear there are different planets at play.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So it's the one star cluster, and they're all fighting each other.
Yes.
Yeah, there's so much fascinating crap that I want to know about that.
I agree, and I think they're slowly giving it to us, which I think is really interesting.
I agree.
Because they didn't have to tell us anything about these different planets.
I also think that
with different names.
We're going to get a crazy amount when Yugioh and Yugioh verse each other.
I think that should, bless you,
thank you,
hopefully confirm that we will be taking this to that galaxy at some point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they're starting to
they already have the tech to do it.
And they're name dropping the places.
Yeah.
They're saying, this place is this place is that. We fought here. Like
right.
Well, the last 3 episodes have all started with that same intro, Yugioh of Velgear, and it's him like battling through.
It almost makes him feel like he's like a sci-fi character.
Yeah,
where it's like he's like it's like an old school.
Yeah. Well, again, I think
He-Man.
I think the studio,
exactly. Yeah.
I think the studio really does love their older references.
Yeah.
They've made a lot of 80s and 90s references
Definitely.
in 7s, so they could definitely be playing on that. But yeah, I think it was definitely a fun episode for a non-duel, which we always welcome non-dueling episodes. And there's a lot of interesting things and themes going on here. Absolutely. They introduced traps in a pretty unique way. Do
Right,
you guys
that
have
was cool.
any commentary on
Yeah,
that?
I mean, I mentioned it, but like, I thought it was a really good way of doing it without forcing us into another duel to explain us another mechanic.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, here's a different way of doing that.
Yeah.
Like, it kept me entertained because,
Yeah.
like, oh, you're in a trap? That's kind of similar to this guy.
Yeah, I liked it. It was a very unique way, and
Yeah.
they've done that really well. They've got a unique way of showing off a 1600 vanilla attack point ace, a unique way of talking about tribute summonings, comparing it to sacrificing your comrades on the battlefield.
Right.
So they've done that very well, and I think this was another good, unique step. And now we're all done, except I know some people will say field spells, but come on. Except field spells, and
So that could be done in a second in the next,
Of course.
whatever, yeah.
the two big ones, maximums and fusions. Do you guys believe that maximums and fusions exist right now in this world?
Yeah, I think so.
If it's in the future, I would assume yes.
Yeah.
What if it's an AU?
I'm not.
If it's an AU, then there's going to be two different mechanics.
Or it's the past.
No.
Again,
Oh my god.
we don't know.
It can't be the past. Yugioh created Rush Dueling. Rush Dueling was created in
Until it
Yu-Gi-Oh!
got-
7s. No, now
It
it
got
There's
recreated.
actually
ancient
That's
computers
the
out
only
there,
thing
and then
it-
civilizations get wiped off the map, and technology is...
That is, but Matsuba, the Matsuba lineage continues, and she doesn't know anything about this. No, it can't be a prequel. That's the only thing it cannot be.
Yeah, I know.
If it's a prequel, that might be it for me. That might be it for me in this channel.
You hate
If it's a
prequels
prequel.
anyway.
I don't like prequels. That's very true. What do you guys think the Earth Damar is? Do you have any theories on that? I don't really have any
The
theories
only
on
thing
the
that keeps
Earth
coming
Damar.
into my mind, and it's like almost like a
I feel like it could be
involuntary-
a gag.
no, I something to like maybe just because the word like the thing that keeps popping into my head is like some kind of radar that like
Yeah, okay. Damar, radar.
yeah, but like that's
Damar
not.
radar,
It's just like not what I think it is, but like when I hear the word, I'm like, oh, maybe it's I don't know.
It could be. It definitely could be.
I feel like it's not going to be something that is like incredibly it's not going to be something incredibly powerful or important, but nobody knows what it is. So
kinda disagree.
It's gonna be
Like,
either
maybe
a gag or something insanely
I
powerful.
I think it's gonna
It's
be like
gonna
the
be one
key to
extreme or
something
the
else.
other.
I think
Okay.
it may be like the key to something else.
Yeah.
okay, like that I could see like you need this one piece of Earth Damar mixed with maybe something from their planet or
Exactly.
something like that.
Like Yudi
That
says, like
makes-
you have this, and then he takes it onto the valve gear, and it's like just something, and he like places it into something.
you know, I'm gonna say something that might be crazy.
Yeah.
Let me say that I'm ready to go to Velgear.
Yes.
I hope in the next 3 weeks we go to Velgear.
Yeah. I think
I'm
that might
ready
be
to
too
go.
soon. I think that might be too soon.
No, I know, I'm kidding. But
Going to space, maybe?
it would be really cool.
That's a hot take.
It would be really cool. The girl in the ending shows up again. Remember,
the shop.
they go
In
to
the
a
craft
shop,
shop, yeah.
and she says thanks for buying.
Oh yeah.
So she's been in the last 3 episodes
Was it
because
3?
they helped her with her cat in episode 2.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Those are all the same girl.
that's all the same girl.
She's
Yeah.
a plant.
That's the gag. She's not a plant. There's nothing evil about her. She seems like a very sweet.
She's just going to be brought into the fold. Like that's where like familiar because we've seen her already.
Yeah, she seems like a very sweet character. Actually, that's a very good point. Something we have not talked about is MIK's role in this episode. Yuumu saves the day, as she always seems to do. MIK comes in. MIK captures Chupataro, and Manabu is overjoyed because you can tell he just wants to bust aliens left and right. And so the fact that they can now get rid of the gold card of the Chupataro alien, Manabu and Neanderstar are thrilled about it. And again, these are two characters that like I really like, but I do not trust at all. And you can see like they like playfully kind of teased Yuhi and Udius where they're like, oh, you know, you guys were trespassing too, but we're gonna let you off the hook this time. And I'm like, yeah, I really don't get good vibes from either of them. And I think Manabu it's because of association. I don't think Manabu at his heart, at his core, is a bad character
No,
or
I
a
don't
bad
think so.
person. Actually, what he said to Yugioh in episode 2 is probably going to be something that drives Yugioh forward in many cases. We've already seen it in the early going about your comrades made certain sacrifices that were necessary in order to get the win for your planet.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we see Yugioh say that again in episode 4 here.
Yep.
So
It stuck with
Manabu,
him.
I would argue, early on, has had one of the greatest impacts on Yugioh in this show so far.
Agreed. Yeah, of
with
course.
that comment. So Manabu is going to be fine, I think. Neondastar is a character that I
don't trust her one bit.
catnapping alien. There's a reason aliens are going after her. I do not. There's something weird there. I do not like that at all.
Agreed.
But
She's
what
an
did you guys
alien
think
for
of
some
MIK's role? I saw a couple people kind of compare him to like a Team Rocket, where they just keep kind of showing up in like a more, maybe comedic timing way, which I definitely got those vibes in episode 3. Maybe not as much here in episode 4.
Right, because they actually played a role here. Like, they showed up and caught Chupataro at the appropriate time.
In episode 3, Manabu and Neondastar even did like a little like dance formation that reminded me a little of Jesse and James.
Yeah, I could
in Team Rocket.
Yeah.
But what do you guys? How are you guys feeling about MIK right now? I think they're fascinating.
I think
and
there's, like-
I love how we have so many different groups in play. Zuijou's group, MIK, and then of course our main protagonists group.
As much as, like, I think right now they're a bit of, like, a gag, I think there's a lot more to them than meets the eye.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they're kind of a force to be reckoned with, especially given the cat.
Yeah.
Whatever her name is.
Neondastar.
Yeah, like, I
You've
think...
seen her, or the person who voices her?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jolene.
Jolene.
The Lord is good.
Yeah, no, she...
The Lord is good.
He's so good you had to play it twice. Real quick, actually, I just wanted to interrupt here because we actually just got two $20 donations.
Oh shit! Thank you guys
So
so
it's like,
much.
oh, that's a
Two
good reason
big
to-
donations. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, let's read them.
Yeah, one is from Anonymous Anime Lover.
I talked to Anonymous yesterday. Anonymous, thank you so much. Back-to-back
Anonymous.
nights of Anonymous Anime Lover. That is always
That's
a
a
treat.
treat. It
It's
is
a
a-
welcome
that is-
treat.
that
Thank
is
you,
a treat.
Anonymous.
So she said, "Hi Dylan, Nikki T, and Calibro. I like Yuhi in the episode because he chose to save Eustace's countrymen instead of giving it into his obsession with the Earth Damar. Long live Yugioh."
Long live Yugioh.
Agreed.
Let me say this, Anonymous. First of all, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Yuhi, probably and I don't dislike him. He's probably my least favorite of the main 3 right now. The most room to grow, and what he did in this episode I thought was really good. He's been obsessed since the beginning of episode 1 with his Earth Damar.
Yeah.
And when push came to shove, he chose to save these countrymen, not because he really has a connection with the countrymen, but because it means something to Yugioh.
Yep.
And I think that very subliminally shows the friendship and bond that him and Yugioh have already kind of established. So I love that as well for Yugi.
Yeah, and then it's confirmed when he's accepted by the countrymen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that in itself is a bond.
Also,
between
they
Yuhi and Yugioh.
chanted, it wasn't Vombidu.
No.
It was like, Vadubi or something like that. It wasn't
Yeah.
that weird.
But
Yeah,
that
it was
but
similar. Someone probably
that
could
was
say it.
like their acceptance chant, I think.
Yeah, that is their acceptance chant.
Because after they started doing that, he was like, "Oh, they accept you."
Vibaldi.
Vibadu.
Vibaldu.
Am I gonna have a full page of all the different
Yes.
chants?
Yes, you
I guess
will.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, but Anonymous, thank you so much. That was a very generous donation.
And then the other one is Alex Vivieros.
Oh, that is I don't recognize that
I
name.
feel like we have seen it once before, but I could be mistaken.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you so much, man.
After the Blue Eyes nod from last week, I like if some of the warriors were similar to other Yu-Gi-Oh monsters. Maybe Yugioh is based on Silent Swordsman level 3 and other over the show as his skill grows. It's like him growing in level.
That's
actually a really good idea.
That's
'Cause, like,
really good,
warriors
Alex.
and yeah.
That's really good, Alex. Let me say something that should really excite you if you like those old references. Alex, I don't know if you watched Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's. Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's had a lot of incredible odes and nods to previous decks. We had the Odd Eyes Cat, the Red Eyes Cat, the Blue Eyes Cat, obviously a reference to Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, which was awesome. We had Yuko, one of the Goa siblings, play Utopia, play a version of Utopic Dragon, play Gaga monsters, Zubaba monsters. It was so cool. They were all, of course, baseball themed, and there was an episode where Utopia was like a baseball swinger, I guess you can say, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Zale for like an attack scene. So this is a studio that, even though they are far removed from Studio Gallop, I don't think they have any association with Studio Gallop, they still have in their roots Masahiro Hikokubo, a man who I've talked about at length in my last few shorts, because he's been the Duel composer that has worked on Yu-Gi-Oh! Since Duel Monsters. He's the one responsible, I'm sure, for all of these odes and references. So you still have the duel-wise, you still have the blood of Studio Gallop here in Studio Bridge, in Sevens, and now in Go Rush. I think that Blue Eyes reference in Yuumu's Ace is awesome. I think it's only the beginning, my friend. I think we're going to get plenty of references and odes, and we have space. Let's see Neospatians from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Let's see Galaxy Eyes from Yu-Gi-Oh! Zale, some Kaito Galaxy Eyes. Like, the fact that it's space-themed as well brings in a whole new element that maybe Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s didn't have, and a lot of new possibilities. So, I love that Silent Swordsman comparison, though.
Yeah,
that's super cool.
It is really cool.
Yeah. And we'll see what they do. But, we have a lot of possibilities here, and Masahiro Hikokubo, man, he's awesome. I really like him.
Yeah, no, I very much agree.
Anonymous and Alex, thank you guys both so much. Something else I want to say about the end of this episode.
Let me hear it.
I want to say about the end of this episode, and by the way, we haven't forgotten about Pete. He'll hopefully give his thoughts very soon.
He is in the chat.
Is he in the... What?
Oh, he's been in the chat for a while.
Is he going to come over?
Hey, Pete! People probably don't even think he's here. There's at least 30 people watching right now that do not think Pete's here.
Yeah, but he is.
I don't think anybody would have thought he was here.
Why? He's on screen.
He also said that your shorts are cheating.
My shorts are cheating.
It is cheating. No,
Let me say this about the end of the episode, and then we'll read some super chats, we'll read some donations, and of course we have episode 5 and the episode 6 summary to talk about. The episode 6 summary, man, makes me want to open my pool early, take a shopping cart, and just roll off the roof right into the pool. I am super excited.
I didn't know where that was going.
No, I am thrilled. I think the episode 6 summary is going to be our, I'll save it. I'll save my thoughts. We're going to get to that. I appreciate, again, you guys making us a part of your Wednesday nights. And again, one last shout out to Anonymous and Alex. Thank you both so much for the great comments and the very generous donations. It is insanely appreciated. Episode 3 ended with Yuumu pondering what's going on here.
Yeah.
Like, we have these aliens on Earth. What's going on?
What is exactly?
Episode 4 ends the same way, except it's Yuhi doing the pondering, taking a step back and looking around like, what's happening here? And I love that dynamic where we've talked about a lot that we wanted twin protagonists or twin main characters.
We've mentioned it a lot.
We have that here.
We
And I think
finally
that
have it.
dynamic is something that is we haven't really touched on enough. That's a really cool dynamic that hopefully will continue to be well executed.
Right.
And I loved the parallels of the episode 3 ending of Yuumu kind of really in words saying what's going on here. I don't think Yuhi said anything at the end of this episode, but you could tell by his face and the focus zoom on his face, he had the same thoughts as his sister. Maybe it was more focused on the Earth Damar and Kawhi Tell now that he knows that was real, and he has a lead now on the alien that stole his radar, or his Earth Damar. We don't know if it's
Damar.
radar. Now you have that.
See?
I don't know why, but that is
something about it jumps out.
It rings, yeah. So I loved that parallel as well. And I think we're going to continue to see parallels between Yuumu, who, by the way, miles ahead of Yuhi when it comes to intelligence and being able to foresight and read. But I think where Yuhi might have her beat is in that ability to invent and create. And we haven't really...
He takes after his old man that way.
He might take over after his old man. And we haven't seen that, really maximized yet. But I think that's something that we are going to continue to see. Also, Yuhi has an ability that Yuumu does not have. Yuhi has an ability
with his hair,
where he can immediately identify aliens.
With his hair.
With his hair. That's weird.
Do you think he even realizes that?
No, he does not. There's no way.
She does.
She does.
She realizes that his hair does that kind of like wiggles and almost points at them.
Yeah.
And he has no idea.
He has no clue. That's weird.
I think that's fascinating.
I think it's fascinating, too. The only other character, by the way, in this universe so far that can immediately identify aliens is Neondastar. Her eyes turn red.
Well, she is an alien.
There's something
she is an alien.
Yeah, but there's something up about her. There definitely is.
There's something up about her, but, you know, I don't know. I don't want to say the theory that maybe Yugioh
Is related to the cat?
is
an alien with the ability to identify
So
aliens.
we don't really have twin protagonists here. Maybe one might be adopted.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying that theory. I'd hate that theory to start making the rounds.
I would hate for that to happen. I would hate for that so much.
But I think it's interesting. The only other character in this universe that can identify aliens immediately is Neanderstar. We know Neanderstar is an alien. Yugioh can also do it. It's interesting. Listen, not enough evidence. But it's very interesting.
Yeah,
That's
and
all
why
I'll
Maybe
say.
the real Yugioh is the friends we made along the way.
And like, why would they make a cat sound hot?
Oh, you're really not as smart as I thought you were.
Hey, everybody!
And that's gonna wrap things up.
The cat is voiced by Julian.
I know.
Yeah.
The Lord is good.
Listen, we're gonna. Do you think she would come on this podcast?
I would hope, dude. That'd be sick. Honestly.
Not after that comment.
No, it's a compliment.
I know it is.
Can you imagine if we had her on this podcast?
That'd be incredible, dude.
That'd be one of the I think coolest moments of my life.
One of?
Okay, the coolest moment. Well, Michaela Maroney favoriting 2 of my tweets was
Yeah,
cool.
that was good.
Thank you.
Sauce.
That was back in 2011.
Yeah.
That was awesome sauce.
Back in the good old days.
Yeah.
Awesome sauce. What is it? 2011 again?
That's what I would have said.
Yeah, that's what you would have said then.
Listen, I'll work on getting Neanderstar's voice actress. We'll fly her out, and I'll work on that. Oh my god!
Oh my god, dude!
Come on, we're about to read super chats. Come on. All right, Pete's
That was
thinking-
good, dude.
I didn't see him there,
Dude, and he
so
was
it
like-
caught me off guard. All right, you guys didn't believe that he was here.
That's like that scene in The Batman.
You didn't believe
didn't
that
see
he
the
was here.
Batman.
Oh, you didn't see, I just saw it last night.
Here he is,
It's okay, it's not a spoiler.
making
don't-
his return to Crazy Eights. Pete V.
Oh.
welcome back.
Hey, everybody!
Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. That was awkward, but
What do you mean?
we'll roll with
I've been
it.
here the whole time.
We'll roll with it.
Something
Pete,
about a contract dispute or something?
that's right. Well, I'm giving you health care now, so you have benefits.
okay.
So.
Wait, what?
what?
We have to unionize.
Yeah,
Hey man, I got a good lawyer.
So,
Can we get you in on the...
Pete,
Yes.
you were not here last week.
No.
I would love to know, real quick, before we get to some super chats, some donations here. What are your thoughts on these last 2 episodes? Episode 3 was Yugioh versus Chupataro. Episode 4, obviously, is the episode we've been discussing.
Yeah, episode 3 liked showing off Yugioh. Clearly just setting up that she is way better than at least Yugioh, but I would say probably everyone
Yeah.
at the moment. Just really like the ability that Yugioh was able to also learn too, that like he was so concerned at first when she took 1,000 life point damage on purpose.
Right.
And I like the way in these at least last 2 episodes they've been doing the tutorial style of this, so we can kind of get through the spells. Now we just got through the traps without even
Having a duel.
any duel.
Right.
And I feel like now we're ready to move on. And really jump into what this show was. So, episode 3, I mean, Chupuu, whatever you want to say, pretty annoying.
Yeah.
Not
Annoying, dude.
Not my favorite character,
No, yeah.
but he's a means to an end. And for him to and for him to kind of be serving Yugioh at the end there, Yugioh, interesting.
Yeah.
I want to see how they met. How does any of that
Right.
work? Did he just contact him when he came here? That's the part that I took away kind of from episode 3.
I'm waiting to see the means to Chupataro's end. That's for sure.
But if I say it about Old Man Yagi, I'm a menace to society.
Yeah, what happened to Yagi in this one was great. Giving away great food was fine. I mean, you're a hater, dude.
I'm not a hater.
You're an absolute hater. Did you see in the Discord this week that they posted way back when on 7's Up? You said, man, I hope, a lot of things. I hope a lot of characters come back. There's one permadeath that I hope happens in the show, Nick Yagi. I mean, you've been saying this for months.
That was
You just have a deep hatred of Nick Yagi.
No, I don't-
I'm not going to let it stand.
I don't have a deep... Okay, episode 4, what were your thoughts?
Oh, the salt, man. Episode 4 really liked it. Like that we didn't I can't remember the last time we genuinely had an episode that was not a recap where there was no duel.
Right.
In the last at least 2 shows now. So that was really enjoyable to see. I mean, Yugioh is so much different than I guess I imagined him when I came into this show. And so in my mind, I just had I presumed that he was maybe not as dry as a Yusaku, but more like kind of a Yusei. And he's not that
A little
at all.
stoic, yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty naive.
Yeah.
Which is understandable. I mean, he's in a different culture with different rules
culture
and
shock.
Social connections. He doesn't understand any of those things.
I get a Drax vibe where it's yes, he's a little bit he doesn't really understand certain cultural norms and stuff.
He definitely doesn't get sarcasm or irony or anything at all. And it took Chupataro literally saying it several times actually for him to finally understand what was going on.
And then for him to assume that he's giving him the card.
Yeah, that was really funny too, and how he kept repeating the same thing. I like though in that way that yes, it's naivete, but it's also he's so I don't know if sweet's the right word, but he's just so endearing that he just takes someone in as his eternal friend just for doing a slight thing for him. Yeah. So I really like that. Yuhi got a lot of progress in this episode, which I'm sure you talked about. Really like that. Interesting, he keeps bringing up the Earth to Mar, right? And so I heard you guys talk about a little bit of that, which could be a gag. I assume it's real at this point. I thought it was more fascinating when Yugioh was imprisoned in the crane. What was that made out of that he couldn't break out of it? Right. So is that Earth Damar?
I theorized maybe Gohanium. Tiger's bassoon was made out of.
Could be. I mean, it was. He said cosmic that he couldn't break out.
Hold on. No, we're not gonna let that slide.
I just let it slide.
We're not gonna let it slide. You said bassoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not what he said.
Bassoon. Yeah.
Now we're just.
All right. How do you play a bassoon?
We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there.
You blow it. It's a wind instrument.
Just stop.
Yeah, but you strummed for a second.
Just stop.
I didn't strum.
He stroked.
No, I did not. I blew into a bassoon.
See,
I know something you don't.
Anyway, you can go on. Yeah, he was stuck in the container.
So I thought that was interesting, and what other cosmic kind of minerals or elements are here? Also gives kind of a measure of, I guess, Yugioh's makeup.
Yeah.
In the sense that he's totally fine being in negative 800 degree weather. Totally fine. No problem. Right?
No issue.
A little bit, bothersome. Otherwise, totally fine.
totally fine.
Super strength. Has the ability, as we saw before this episode, of laser eyes. So, we're kind of establishing him as, a low-key Superman here.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty funny. And it's interesting, though, is maybe doesn't mean anything, but I thought it was very interesting that he obviously cared about his countrymen that are about to burn to death. But if they kind of had the same power that he does, they'd be fine, right? Theoretically, if he's fine in cold temperatures, he's probably fine in extremely hot temperatures.
You would think.
So... is his part of his race where he's the warrior class, so they're made different to say
They are built different.
and they're built different, and he can take those kind of things because that's what he's designed to do, grown up to do, and regular people that he's probably protecting, they can't do that.
Yeah.
So maybe Yugioh is very much like a Yugioh. I would imagine they're kind of the same. Cut from the same cloth.
I would agree. I would agree.
So there's all these little lore things of learning more about the characters, and then you have the whole Yuhi thing at the end with that other weird guy with the mask that's obsessed with being.
We know they're dueling next week.
Soaked with water. That was weird.
Yeah. Apparently, Kawhi Tell
might have taken the Earth to Mars,
and it sounds very similar to saying "I'm parched."
Okay.
So that's why episode 5 is titled "I'm Kawhi Tell and I'm parched."
To play on words.
Yeah, it's a wordplay thing.
Yeah.
Apparently, I don't understand the language well enough to confirm that, but that's apparently. Is Aura? I think Aura, was she here at all right now?
She was. Yeah.
So Ed to make it maybe.
And then she saw the quality of this podcast and she left. I don't blame her.
Hey, listen.
But yeah, fascinating episode.
Yeah,
enjoyed it.
Chupataro, I thought less annoying this week than last week.
Yeah, more sinister, which is the way you need to steer into that character.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does he remind you of anybody from Sevens?
A little bit of Hunt.
Okay.
Yeah!
That's what I said.
Did you hear that?
No, a little bit of Hunt. It has
Yeah.
the same kind of look, same devious mannerisms. I actually find Hunt way less annoying.
I would strongly disagree with that, but that's fine.
you're very biased. So
I'm not biased. I think you're biased the other way. I think you want to like Hunt.
I do like the character.
Hunt?
Yeah, I do like. I've always liked him. I just think you're a hater. You're a hater on Nick Yagi too, man.
I'm not a hater on Nick Yagi.
You said permadeath.
I'm a truth teller.
And then a couple. How is that true? All the man is doing is making great food for the company.
If that's true, I have to direct you to some news outlet.
Listen, you're talking to a guy over here that has a very limited palate, that thinks honey mustard is spicy, that orders chicken nuggets in a Korean barbecue place.
That's slander.
You can't take this guy's advice on a master chef.
You know what's so sick and twisted about that Korean barbecue chicken nugget story?
It's true.
Do you know what's sick about it? Entame is
Pressured
the
you
one.
into getting it.
No, yes, they're the ones who ordered the chicken nuggets.
I don't know about that. It was for you.
Not for me.
Nah,
for the table.
Nah.
I
didn't have a single one.
She
so
may have
what's
had
for the
more
table?
chicken nuggets than I did.
I don't know.
That's
It was
slander in the
very.
court
I
of
was
law.
with you until that point.
It was very close.
You got to call it
That's
now,
hearsay.
So
Yeah,
that's
hearsay.
the messed up part of that story. Because did I have chicken nuggets at a Korean barbecue place? Yes. Did I order them?
Can you run a poll on who's telling
It was
the truth
actually
on this?
popcorn chicken.
It was popcorn chicken. That's right. So that makes it a little better.
She did kind of force to order it.
Thank you.
Yeah, that wasn't Dylan's.
Well, I
volition.
think
I wouldn't say it was popcorn chicken.
She had
more pieces
No, that's
than
how
me.
they refer to it. That's how they refer
Nikki,
to it.
did she have more pieces than me?
I don't know about that.
That I don't know.
But she
No.
she had ordered
That's
that
all you ate.
specifically so you would.
That's all
eat
you ate. You had
something.
ketchup and that. That's all you ate.
Calibra's right with that.
All
right.
Hater Nick Yagi, man.
Well, chat, we are, and again, we appreciate
that's
you
why he hates
all
him, 'cause he
being
cooks with
here.
spice.
We are going to get to some donations,
nice.
some super chats, but stay tuned because at around the top of the hour, we are going to go over the episode 5 preview and the episode 5 summary, I should say, and the episode 6 title. Let me grab, if you want to read a super chat, Nixie, I'm just going to grab a water.
Oh, you want to grab me a water?
Yep. Peach,
Thank
water?
you.
I'm okay.
I'm open.
She's dismissing your claim, by the way. She said that you ordered it, which honestly isn't
Yeah,
true.
no, I actually do think he did order it.
No, she ordered it.
I don't know about that. That's not how I remember it.
But he did. He was the
He
prime
ate,
suspect.
I think, about 95% of it. That's all he ate that day.
I think
That is all you ate.
I think this is all I need to say to win that argument against her.
All right.
man.
I'm gonna, actually, why don't you start us off with the
I cracked myself up. All right, let me.
There's going to be some broken noses next time.
what?
There was almost one a couple weeks ago. All right.
No. Dude.
Starting with the links. Limestone, thank you for the $2 donation. Really looking forward to Yugioh's reaction to Yugioh's betrayal. Also, Kappas have some pretty weird myths. So, Kawaitel is a Kappa alien. His deck is based off of Kappa lore. I don't know the Kappa mythology well. That's very popular in Japan, correct?
Yeah, because it's a yokai. Yeah.
I need to look that up. I don't know Kappas well. But I'm very interested to learn that that myth, the myths of them, Limestone. And yeah, here's the thing. We don't know if Yugioh actually betrayed Yugioh. We don't know.
We don't know.
But it'll be. I'm very interested to see his reaction to Yugioh being alive.
Right.
He believes Yugioh sacrificed himself for him. Will it be relief? Will it be confusion?
Do we know that for sure? Do we know that for sure?
That Yugioh believes that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he said that when he dueled Manabu. That his commander took his own life to make sure he won the duel, or the war. But yeah, Limestone. I think Yugioh's introduction is going to be phenomenal. The Flail IPS, thank you for the $2 donation. Hey guys, especially my birthday twin, Nick Ting. I absolutely loved the episode and felt it was a masterful way to explain how trap cards worked in Yu-Gi-Oh! To young people who might not know how to play and without dueling. I wonder if all cards do this. Yeah.
Well, thank you for the shout out. And
hey everybody!
Nick Ting,
Absolutely.
yeah, no, I agree though.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was a good way. I'm very interested to know Ivrea, her thoughts on it. She has not watched in a couple of weeks now. But she's got a binge of. I don't know if she's still interested.
It's easy to binge. No, the last I spoke with her about it, I thought she was going to continue.
Yeah. I never speak to her about it. I don't want to pressure her.
You never speak to her in general, is what you just said.
I haven't spoken to her in 3 weeks, guys. I need to tell you.
Guys, I don't think you're dating.
What? You don't know that.
If you haven't spoken.
It could be a period of time.
Well, it's funny because when we were in in the chat that she's in, he didn't talk to her, but we did.
Yeah, that's true.
Today,
That's
so,
true.
Yeah.
He did not
Is she
answer.
still a mod on Twitch?
Why would you ask her? By the way, guys, we're kidding. We're kidding.
We're completely kidding.
We're kidding. Like, Dylan and I are very much dating still.
She ain't
If she's
watching
watching, we love you.
She ain't watching
She's
this
not
back.
watching this VOD. She's busy.
Yeah,
Ray,
more important things.
Pegasus Saya, dude, you are gonna love. I have something that is going to immortalize you and X Slayer in my life, in my home. It's something I'll probably. A lot of the stuff that I have in here,
you pray in front of it?
I plan on putting in my child's nursery whenever I have a kid down the line.
Okay.
Like that's going in my child's nursery. The Salaryman is going in my child's nursery. A lot of the movie
So
posters.
basically, what you want to do is you want your kid by 10 or 11 to go to therapy and has repressed memories of the things that were put.
No,
in
I
the
hope
thing.
that's not what happens. I just need more room in the more important rooms of that.
In the more important rooms than your child's room. Did I hear that correctly? Man, good thing Ivory is not watching this.
Oh my god, that's it.
Someone clip that.
That's
tag Ivory in that on Discord.
So do you have pictures of the tattoos you got of them, or?
I did not get a tattoo of Ray or X Slayer. Ray, you'll see it in a
Yes.
couple weeks. Ray, thank you for the $10
So we will
donation.
get it in a couple weeks.
Ray, great commentary here,
What'd you
Ray.
say?
Something. Thank you, Ray.
Listen,
for the
I've had Ray. Let me just say to you, on a personal level,
I love that
I've
guy.
had enough of you today. So the things you keep sending me, I've had enough
I
of
think
you
I think
today.
we're gonna see him in a couple of weekends.
I don't.
I think
need
he's
to.
actually taking part in a GTA night. in a
Nah,
couple
I
of
don't
weeks.
need
What?
to.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nah, I don't
dude.
need to.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's been a long
Holy
week.
shit, Ray.
Is he back on this side of the Mississippi right now?
He lives in this state.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I know he's a
He's a
traveling
traveler.
man.
He's a
He
traveler.
is a traveling man.
He's a traveling man.
Yeah. I don't know where he is
Traveling
ever.
man.
He could be
He's a
in.
traveling.
The
Who
flail,
knows?
bye. The flail IPS. Thank you for the $2 donation. Also, sorry I wasn't here last week.
What?
I had to work late that day and didn't get off until much later. But wonder when we'll get to see our space boys duel it out. I bet as we originally think that he will be selfish and sacrifice cards or allies. Yeah, I think Zuijo's gonna have an whatever it takes mentality.
Definitely.
That's what I'm hoping for. But Flail IPS, never apologize for missing a week. Happy you're here
You
tonight.
watch the VOD.
There's always the VOD. Dark Emperor J, thank you for the $2 donation. What if the Earth Damar was fused into Yuhi's hair and he didn't realize it? Maybe the alien took it later when Yuhi was sleeping. The alien fused it into his blood. I don't know. That's my theory. A rush theory.
What if it's
I like
what
that.
if it's a
I like
version of that but way simpler? It's his hair gel.
He uses like
The
cosmic
minerals in the hair gel.
How long has it been since he showered then and rinsed out?
Well, no,
uses
you
it
put it
every
on
day.
every morning. Every
But
morning.
the
he's
Earth
put-
Damar's been missing.
It got
Powerful
grinded
gel.
into his.
That's it. There's
To his scalp.
No, I was gonna say someone
into the hair
grinded it
gel.
into the hair gel. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I like that theory, X-Slayer.
I mean, what is this show anyway? I'm sure you guys talked about this last week. AU.
Are we still
In the
don't know?
future-
Oh, we don't know. What do you think? You think it's an AU or you think it's same as
I'm leaning towards the AU, which is kind of disappointing to me, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it's Nick T.
If it's in the future,
Welcome to the future.
it's very far, like insanely far.
That
Which
makes me
means-
almost want it to be an
Which
AU.
means either
No, why?
that the adults are not those people; they're like
Where it's like another
imposters,
generation. Oh.
or they just live incredibly long. I mean, did you think it was weird? Maybe I didn't notice it, but did you think it was weird that that's like Sushiko, right? We think, right, Maki or whatever.
Ms. Maki,
Right.
yeah.
What was she watering there at the beginning of the episode?
Yeah, I was wondering the
was she
same
just
exact thing.
pouring water over this? I feel like that's very
She was
like.
giving him to the ants.
No, she was literally saying like water for you, and I was like, who
I
is she?
feel like that was very like
Wasteful.
alien-like,
Oh.
that they don't understand what's going on, and so they're trying to blend in, but they're not. And that was kind of a little bit of a hint to us that they're not the actual people. I don't know. That was a really weird scene.
Yeah.
I just
That's a
it was
really-
really
No.
quick, and I was like, huh. I was like, that's strange. She looks like she's watering the sidewalk.
No.
I was like,
Yeah.
that's really weird.
It's a good point.
So I don't know. It
I
might be
don't know.
nothing.
Unless,
Just thought
like,
it was very
unless that's a
strange.
thing. Is that a thing? Because Andy said, "Oh, that's a ritual." Like, is that a real thing that people do?
Like, is it a cultural thing?
Because
Is
if
it
it's
like
not,
I never have seen that.
if
in my
that's
life.
not a thing that people, oh, it is a Japanese thing.
Is it?
Oh,
Okay, what is it? Explain to me. Because like, what's the?
Uchimizu, which is basically just pouring water on the concrete in an effort to cool it down. Uchi means to strike, while mizu means water.
So you're just trying to collectively just keep the street cool.
I guess
Like,
it's a cultural thing. I don't think that happens.
I just thought it was fascinating. I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
Why is that going on?
Well, that was a good theory, but
Right.
I guess it is if it's a common thing.
yeah, that's
in
why I
Japan,
wanted to
yeah.
ask, because I just wanted to clear that up. I was like, what is this?
No, 100%. Well, thank you for clearing that up.
If that wasn't a cultural thing, I would have said you were onto something about like
It was weird.
behavior.
But there's still something weird about that whole thing.
Yeah.
Nothing makes sense. The mold,
No,
the
there's a lot of
catchphrase changes.
I mean, granted, the catchphrase change again could be just like because my example was like I eat and say different things.
I know
that
you
did
could
20
change
years
over
ago.
time. I know.
Yeah, but I mean, it could be more than one generation. These could be older versions of their children.
They've lived a long
Well, no,
time.
they could be just not them at all.
So, like,
It could be their kids.
It's the grandkids of our original character, so it's 2 generations removed. Because we're
Exactly.
like 5
Yeah, maybe.
generations.
Exactly.
Now you got another
I'm
one.
saying like hypothetically.
You gotta
but
Nixie, you gotta be quicker. Angie,
Sounds like
thank
I
you
do.
for the $2 donation. Are we gonna bet that we're never gonna hear about these planets that Udius mentions ever again? To be fair, I hope not. I hope it's addressed in the future. Yeah, I don't know if it will be, Angie, because you can't bring your humans to those planets. I think those planets were probably mentioned just for comedic purposes, especially the one where it's negative 777
It's also to
degrees.
show
in there.
how, like, the differences in his physiology.
Yes.
Yes.
The one
But also
planet
if
we
we-
need to get to, though, is Velgear. 100%.
Right, exactly.
I think you might go past the planets.
Exactly.
Like,
I
if
think
you're-
they'll
when
be
you're in space,
referenced once more, but like
Yeah.
in passing. Like we're not going to the
Right.
the-
That's the
He'll
planet.
be like, oh,
The
there's
Bell
there's
Darkness or whatever.
Planet X, the one that's minus 800 degrees, where I fought the Battle of whatever in order to
Panther Tar.
save this. Yeah.
Definitely.
Seems like the whole collective galaxy, like several planets were at war.
Yeah.
It was very like
Seems like it was a
that's
big
what I
war.
said.
it was
Nick
spread
T thinks it
over.
was a civil war.
No, I said not
Intergalactic
necessarily
war.
civil war. It could be within the galaxy. It's the different planets warring. That's literally what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah, he felt it was a civil
Well,
war.
I always feel like we get more Superman references because when Superman's from Krypton and his planet goes to war with the neighboring planet, the Daxamites, and they have a whole war that ends up.
Well,
That
they
could definitely
they
just
clearly
seem
like
right.
pop culture and
It just
movies
feels
and
like
comics,
if
so-
you're. It felt very Star Wars like in the way that we're hopping between planets of like how widespread is this?
Yeah,
I agree.
100%. Yeah, I mean it's getting good. It's getting really
I don't
good.
want to be on that ship, to be honest, with 8.88 million
It's too many
countries. I just want to
billion.
see what's going on.
They're just
billion.
chanting for Udius.
Yeah, but like they got to be collectively doing things in the ship, and then like they have their moment.
I don't think so, honestly.
Do you think they stand there all day long in the ship? Just stand in the miniature stands. That's all they do.
No,
They
They're-
got to be doing things. They got to keep the ship running.
they're definitely running the ship. There's 8 billion people on there.
Million.
Is it million?
I think it's 8.88 million people,
Yeah,
right?
billion's more than Earth.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not billion.
Why not? Why couldn't it be more than Earth?
It's just not billion.
It's
See, I took that as implied that maybe there was billions of people, and then those are people that have been wiped, and these
Oh
are
my
the last
God,
remaining
dude.
survivors.
That's like a
This is a
mass-
war. It's been a war, man.
Hey, people probably did die. I'm
So-
sure.
Yeah.
So listen, Chupacaro just tried to commit genocide, basically.
That's true.
So I mean, anything goes.
we
here.
can't underlook that. We can't underlook.
I'm not
that.
gonna let that go.
No, we'll not let
Wouldn't
that
it be
go.
you can't overlook that?
Yeah, no, yeah. No, you're right.
X Slayer, thank you for the $2 donation. This ep was alright, except for the part where everyone like Yuhi and Chupa almost committed genocide on 8.88 million people. Like, oh my god. Also, Udius best boy, Chupa and Dylan suck in Master Duel and Elden Ring.
True.
And Elden, he was pretty good in Elden Ring. You died less than 25
Chupa.
times.
Oh, you ended it with a Chupa.
You're over what 260 now?
He's at 258?
I'm at 200 something deaths in Elden Ring. Playing tomorrow night, by the way, 9:30. Late start because of the draft.
What do you got to watch the draft for?
you got drafted?
I
Yeah.
hope so.
X Slayer, man. Listen, I appreciate you. I'm immortalizing you in the next 2 weeks, so look out for that. The Flail IPS.
I don't like
Thank
that.
you for the $2 donation. I am also wondering what is the Earth Damar and why Yugioh wants it. It sounds like it could possibly have powers or something that's necessary for some spaceship. Also, glad to see that Yuhi is not crazy. Yeah, that was the big thing, 100%. That Yuhi
He just didn't make it up in his head. Oh,
Yeah.
my Earth Damar. It's like, okay, kid.
no.
Pack it in.
At least he has it. Lerina, thank you for the $2 donation. Neanderstar may actually not be a cat. Maybe she's just in cat form temporarily and her true form is something else.
I think we suggested that.
I don't trust her or MIK.
She's a-
Lorena, I totally agree
She's
with
a
you.
flurkin.
I hope they become
flurkin?
reformed
Remember
later
Captain
on.
Marvel?
But for now, I don't trust
Keep
them.
Oh.
I don't trust MIK at all.
I don't trust that cat.
I don't trust those.
I don't trust
those-
that cat as
Men
far
in
as I can
Black
throw that
soldiers.
cat. And I can throw that cat pretty
far.
Yeah, that's
But I
right.
still don't trust her.
Yeah, that's well said.
Hey, we should have put that cat in the furnace in this episode.
Well,
Well, I don't know about that.
I
Come
don't,
on.
I don't know if we can advocate that.
All right.
But
When the cat turns against everyone, then
the cat will turn
revisit it.
against
See, I
everyone.
can
By
get
the way,
behind that.
Nick T, what did you say about the cat before?
Oh, that like I think just the strain that the cat has like a hot voice.
The Lord is good.
Who's the voice actor?
I don't know. Oh,
Jolene
Yeah,
voices
she is
her.
attractive, but I mean just the voice in general.
She has a seductive tone
Yeah.
to the voices.
Hey, I think we need to talk after the stream.
Oh,
I think it's time.
What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, a few things.
Oh, okay.
I think it's time.
I'm trying to get the voice actress onto this podcast. What do you think? Do you think I have a chance?
Does she have a Twitter? Does she have a way to
Yeah, I think
contact
she
I
her?
know she has like 500,000 followers.
Okay, but you're Yugioh everything. So
I'll say, how would you like to be on the only Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush podcast?
you got to sell it like that. Yeah.
That's right.
Probably throw in a monetary figure probably is a good idea.
Well, if I say I'll fly you out, you spend Wednesday night in New Jersey
Okay.
for the podcast,
Okay.
and then you can spend the rest of your trip, if it's 3 days, in New York City,
Okay.
doing whatever you
You're
want to
gonna pay
do.
for all
Staying
that.
with Barrett Letty.
You're gonna pay for all that? You're gonna pay for all those hotel nights?
Well, let's just say, what if I was eccentrically wealthy and I was able to fund that?
That's what you want.
Let's also say that you were good at YouTube. I mean, like we're talking like reality things, not like hypotheticals and dream.
No, this is a hypothetical.
Nah, it's not real.
All right. Well, do you think that she would come on?
Someone said
100%.
she's gonna stop you at New Jersey.
We could take the show on the road. We could go to her.
That's true. Actually, I think we're the podcast already supposed.
We're selling
to,
tickets. Yeah.
Yeah, we're supposed to be going out to Europe. I think soon.
I still am not sure if that person who asked me that was being real or not.
They've been very real.
X-Slayer, thank you for the $2 donation. Okay, something in my end is up in Super Chat. I sent 5, but somehow it's not showing up.
He's not the only one.
But really?
I would check. Miguel, who's finally had one come through like later, also had a similar trouble. So yeah, for all you guys who are also having issues, that's probably on YouTube's end. Make sure to check your bank account.
Make sure you're not getting charged.
Yeah.
Because YouTube's got to be down with that.
Yeah,
right?
it's probably them acting up.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry about that, X, but thank you for...
Yeah, I don't think it's your end, but thank you.
It's not your... Okay, yeah, I guess it's... I didn't even know that because I don't read the chat during these live. I sent 5, but somehow it's not showing up. Just make sure you didn't get charged for those, X. But what if one of the villains pull a nail, use a new summoning mechanic against Udius? Yes! Like a level 13 to 20 synchro for Rush Duel or an XZ's Rush version. Oh! Could you imagine, dude?
think
A
you
level
lost me at that
18
point,
synchro? What? You don't think that's possible?
I know something you don't.
I know something you don't.
You don't button. Yeah.
Hit the pull down button.
I think...
Oh, you're really not as smart as I thought.
I look like
you
that's
were.
hit the
Hit me with that Paul Dano. I play Paul Dano for this guy a lot. I'll tell you something.
I play it every day of the week for this guy.
I'll tell you. Sorry.
Oh no.
Let me tell you something, X-Slayer.
Hey pal, you just blowing from stupid town?
That's what I say to your chat, Cal, when I join the Twitch chat.
Oh, yeah. It's accurate.
Good lord.
The Lord is good.
The Lord is good.
Oh man.
What were we talking about?
No idea.
X-Slayer, thank you.
He wants the possibility of a huge synchro, level 18.
Well, no, what is that you don't? We know that he doesn't. You said you know something he doesn't.
I don't actually. I think that it's very possible we are going to get a new summoning mechanic through Yugioh.
That'd be
really
great.
do.
Possibility.
Galactic Summon.
You just don't think it's gonna be synchro.
No,
It'll probably be brand new.
I think it'll be
I
brand
think it's
new.
brand new as well.
Galactic Summon.
And then if we're going to get an old mechanic, I can much rather seeing it be XZ's because of the space theme than Synchro.
If it's called Galactic Summon, will you buy me Chipotle?
Yeah.
Would you be upset if his theme song was intergalactic?
Well,
by
that
the
was
way?
going to be
that'd
the
be
next
sick.
part.
Are you kidding
I know you would love that.
that.
Intergalactic. Okay.
We have to call Russo. Yeah.
We would have to call.
Can you imagine
Have him slam
18
his
level
head into the
markers on
trunk.
one card? How crazy that
That'd
would
be
be.
pretty insane. You would definitely be getting the giant card.
Okay, let's do a couple of super chats, Nick T. I'm gonna pull up the episode 5 and 6 summaries.
Nicholas Timoneri. It's your
me.
job. These next super
What I called before. Nicholas
What's
T.
my job? What do you want me to do?
Hit these super
Read
chats.
Hit the super
chats
Hit 'em.
of the
Hit 'em
super
right in the face.
variety.
Bang! We have $6.66 from
That man 666.
The
Thank you,
devil
that
don't
man.
know.
Thank
He
you.
said, Dylan, if you went 0 to 9 yesterday, I probably super chatted $50. Screw waiting for X-Layer to beat you with Vecroid.
Thank
you
the
went 0-9,
Lord.
didn't you?
No, I went 4 and 6. We started 0 and
Basically
5.
0-9.
We started 0 and 5, and everyone in the Master Duel stream last night was like, "Oh my God, you're gonna go 0 and 9 Shingo on us."
9.
I won 4 of my last 5 duels. We beat some really skilled people. In that end, I'm not gonna shout any people out.
Say it.
Say you beat.
Who'd you beat?
I beat some people.
Who'd you beat?
Thank you, that man 666. I appreciate you. You're the man.
we've
You are the man.
He is the man. He's that man.
The man with the legend.
Ah.
We have $10 from Jack Knight 21.
Thanks, Jack.
Thank you,
He
Jack.
said, "Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Currently waiting for English to start. Dill, I sent you what I'm using for nationals in July. Still working on it. Every episode was good. I liked that the traps were used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I think
Oh,
using...
I'm sorry. He said I liked the traps
That were used.
that were used.
Yeah. I like how they did that too, where it wasn't in a duel where it was like him kind of overcoming these traps to the point of where he actually got trapped.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool.
No, I think it was really well done.
How much do you think Udius benches?
Oh
on
my
average?
god.
Probably like
5.
620.
Yeah, I think it's even more than that.
You think he benches more than this guy?
Yeah,
It's gonna be close, but I think so. Yeah.
He's got a bench like
Couple
close
thousand.
to Spider-Man. I'm thinking like he's probably that degree.
Well, Spider-Man
of
doesn't
strong.
weigh that much.
No, but he can bench a car.
He can bench more than that.
Oh no, I thought you meant like he could just bench Spider-Man, like Spider-Man himself.
No. That's like a 95 pounds.
Whoa, that's an insult to all Spider-Men around the world.
Jack, thank you so much for the generous super chat, my friend. We're going to do 2 more, and then we're going to read 5 and 6. Do we have any that lead into 5 or 6?
Yeah,
No.
they'll choke you up. Let me tell you.
Oh, let me see.
And to everyone here, thank you guys so much for being here.
I don't think we do.
No worries.
It's a big worry.
That's all right. No, it doesn't seem like we do. They're all kind of just saying stuff. So I'll just go to the next one. We have £5 from Nicholas Horton.
Thank you, Nick, all the way from England.
He said, I don't trust Nandastar. I
no
can
one
see her
does.
actually being an antagonist in the future.
Yeah.
And they let me down with Nanaho and Sevens, i.e. Female villain.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think. Also, like, I don't know how much stock you put into it, but like, she's also a massive voice actress. Farouz, I definitely cannot say her name correctly. Jolene, I just call her. So you're got a massive voice actress to voice this character. It's not foolproof that means the character is going to be important.
We saw that last show.
Go on double six, man, guys.
Calvin,
So
love that guy.
that's not foolproof. That was because he ran with them. So it's not foolproof. The salary man. That being said, I don't trust Neanderstar. I don't know if I can see her in that same vein, Nicholas, as like main villain, important villain, but I can see her being here on behalf of something bigger. That's kind of where I'm leaning with Neanderstar right now.
Yeah.
Who are you looking at?
There's no way you're getting this woman on the podcast.
How do you say her name?
I don't know how to say that at all.
Farouz Akadora.
He's probably close.
That was
Way closer than we would.
You don't
get.
think I can get her on the podcast?
Absolutely not.
Let's see her socials. I can't find her socials.
I'm gonna find an inquiry email.
We need aura, right? And we don't even need aura for the translating part. We need aura on your behalf, basically to roast you. Be like, listen, I got this really pathetic guy in New Jersey. I need you to do this, and say like kind of in an elegant, professional way, but it's like a dagger to you. I think then she might think about it. Or if you're listening,
I think he's got a point.
that could be it.
I think he's got a point.
You take a bullet for the channel.
I think if I reached out to her and said, "Hey, we're a huge fan. We are very interested in Neanderstar, and we think you're doing a great job with that character. We'd love to have you on for about 15 minutes to ask you a
She
couple
looks
questions."
here's another American white boy just, calling for my attention. You got to stand out, man. And I ain't gonna do it. Maybe if you had like 1 million subs, you have a shot. 83, ain't gonna do it.
It's not.
It's a humbling comment.
I'm vengeance.
He's probably right.
It doesn't get old, dude.
I think we just go to Japan.
Yeah,
I've been
We
saying
make it
that.
so
This
much
guy
easier.
said I don't want to go there. He goes, that's a place I don't want to go.
That's not what I said.
That's what you said.
No, I said it's not necessarily too high on my.
You'd
priority
rather
list.
go to England where it rains all the time.
But I just want to say,
We'd go watch
both
that.
times that I
Go to
went to
Japan.
England, it was hot for no reason.
But you got lucky.
I got lucky.
Well, probably because you were there.
I do bring the good.
And your
weather
brother was there too.
with me. Yeah.
Well,
What super chat
forget
were you
about it.
reading again? Was it
that-
still Jack's?
No, that was
That was Nicholas
Horan.
Horan. Yeah, Nick. Thank you, man.
Just keep the ad running. We have.
What was said?
No. He was watching an ad on a video.
Oh.
See, Entame, Pete is so right. I think you would have a legitimate chance if you let her do
let's
it.
go to Japan.
If I let
Let's
her
go
write to
away.
this famous voice actress, hey, my friend is pathetic. Could you
And
go
like
on
in
his
a,
podcast?
in a little bit nicer of a way.
Yeah, no.
But I think it would work. You gotta sacrifice for the content.
Oh, you're complete. You guys are wrong.
The content above you. Don't have an ego.
You want to see content? Here's the content. There's your content right there.
Oh,
Get rid of
man.
that. Get rid of that right now.
I can't. Hey, Entame and Angie both said let's go to Japan. There you go. There's two more
Let's
people
go
that
to
want to go.
Japan.
Let's track down
Let's go get
Hikokubo
away.
Masahiro and interview him.
Okay.
Would love to do that.
You would need a translator, but yeah, that would work.
Aura.
I could have
What
someone
it-
stake out his house. You did track him down.
No, not like that.
Oh.
Stop. We're live,
Oh.
being viewed by dozens of people. You can't make.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good burn on yourself.
That's good. That's good.
I like that one.
That's exactly what we're talking about with the self-burning, by the way.
Yeah, but I don't think I don't think Aura would be able to put it gently enough.
That's fair.
I know,
I
and
think
I think
she'd
that's
go-
why it would work. I think that's why it would work.
I'll think about it.
Sacrifice for the content, man. Sacrifice for Nick T.
I'm gonna read the next two.
Yes, please.
We have $10 more from Philip Rosewood.
Thank you, Philip. Thank you, Phil.
Said, Dill, you'll get chapter 2 and 3 before the weekend. This episode was nice. Can't wait for Kawhi Tell versus Yuhi and Best Girl Yuumu. Still being 2 steps ahead by getting MIK involved. I like Kawhi Tell's Kappa deck.
Yeah.
It looks really cool.
Yeah, in the preview, and that's actually a great transition to
That's- yeah, I didn't realize.
episode
Yeah,
5.
that's perfect.
Philip, very excited for the chapters, man. Thank you so much for the super chat. You are awesome, and I'm very excited to read your next pieces of work. It's been a while since I've read your stuff. I know you've been busy, though, so definitely send them over to me. But, guys, we do have a lot more super chats to get to, and I promise we will get to all of them, as we always need to, as we always would like to and do. But I want to go over the episode 5 summary and the episode 6 summary. The episode 6 summary, man, is insane.
Is that a whole summary for it?
It's a very short summary, but the
In
episode
memory.
6 summary is insane. I'll tell you why. But first, we're going to start with the episode 5
I read
summary.
it?
Caliber's going to read the episode 5 summary.
Spoilers.
I'm going to get the...
Spoiler.
Spoiler! Spoiler!
Bye. All right.
Okay.
What have I
Episode
gotten into?
Episode 5. I'm Kawhi Tell, and I'm parched. Yuhi is angry that the clothes he sent to the dry cleaning shop are soaking wet, so he confronts the shop's manager about it. But as it turns out, the manager is actually Kawhi Tell, the alien who stole Yuhi's Earth Damar. Yuhi challenges Kawhi to a duel, but since his duel disc is soaking wet, he can't activate it.
What?
We know Yuhi is dueling Kawhi.
Damn.
What's going on here?
Cal,
Well,
what do you think about that, Cal? How do you think this show was able to get such a huge, like, international and NBA star in Kawhi Leonard?
Dude, what if Kawhi Leonard voiced Kawhi Tell?
I think it's a possibility. Cal, what do you think about that?
Now I got to get that laugh on my board.
Oh, he's a
He's a fun guy. He's a real fun guy.
Listen, Nick T, you said this is weird. What do you think? He's parched.
Okay, yeah. But he works. He's the store. He's a dry cleaning shop manager, Kawaito?
I guess
He's
so.
a manager at a dry cleaner.
I mean, that's his
likes-
disguise.
he likes that
He
day.
likes wet clothes, it seems.
That
So-
could also play into the Kappa mythology. I don't
think dry cleaning plays into the compliment.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, brother.
I didn't mean dry cleaning. I meant like
I
wet
know. No, I get what you're probably right.
Dry cleaning is
It does sound a little unhinged though, but I'm actually looking forward to it. I actually think this seems fun.
Oh, Pete, your thoughts, man?
It's fascinating. I
Yeah.
want to know if Earth to Mars is actually real. Because what if Yui just thinks it's real, and he goes to this guy? He's probably well, we probably know what's gonna happen in terms of the actual duel. And then, like, at the end of it, he's just like, Earth to Mars, what are you talking about? Like, I could see it kind of going that way. Like, it's like, they're not going to give us this answer in episode
He's gonna
5.
gaslight Yuhi.
Maybe not. Maybe not. You love saying gaslight.
I
Don't you?
love it. As a gaslighter, I do love gaslighting.
He does it a lot. He's on the
I
socials.
don't even. Can you explain to me what
We did this
gaslighting
last
is?
week. Last week.
Yeah,
Use
we
Google.
weren't live in front of a bunch of people.
Use Google, bro.
Oh, that's right. All right. Okay. All right. Are you guys ready to make your predictions for who wins the duel?
No.
Sure.
I have Dredger's prediction in here. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready, bro.
The episode 6 summary doesn't give any indication on this, by the way. All right. Ready? 5,
Oh, yeah,
4.
I don't have a good emoji.
We're typing it, bro.
I don't think I'm gonna have a good emoji for this one.
Nah, I look out. There's not really anything great. All right, I'm
That's
right.
fine.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send.
What's the...
Oh, I just picked a random emoji
okay.
and went for it.
All right. Well, we have not all picked the same character
Of
to win this
course.
duel.
Of course.
So, Pete, who did you pick? Yuhi versus Kawaii here.
I picked good old Yuhi. I think this is a good time for him to get his first dub of the show, and going against someone who clearly is an antagonist in his past, whether minor or major, remains to be seen. But I think we need to kind of clear up some of that, and what better way than for Yuhi to get a nice big old victory.
Yeah. Nick T, you picking Yuhi? You picking Kawhi Leonard?
I'm picking Yuhi for sure.
Okay.
For exactly the same reason as Pete. I think it just makes sense that Yuhi gets his redemption. Even though we didn't see the duel with them before, we know Yuhi loses his Earth to Mars. It just makes sense that he redeems himself. Maybe gets some more information on the whereabouts of said Earth to Mars. So, Yuhi it is.
Caliber, who are you picking?
Well, as much of a fun guy as I am, I'm gonna also oppose Kawhi and go with Yuhi.
Okay.
And for basically the exact same reasoning, I think Pete told the story pretty well, where Yuhi ultimately is going to win, and he's going to confront him about the Earth Damar, and he's simply going to say either A, I don't know what you're talking about, or B, I don't know where it is anymore.
Yeah.
Meaning that the person he's working for has it.
Okay.
So I think that's how it's going to go, and just for pure story purposes, I think it's good for Yuhi. He's getting a build-up already from the respect he's earned in the last episode, and then now he gets more respect as a duelist in this episode. I think it would make sense.
I like that. Dredger has picked Kawhi Tell.
Did he say why?
Don't think we find out about the Earth Damar yet, and this is our first villain who beats Yuhi. If it was versus Udius or Uemu, I would think differently. So, Dredger has gone with Kawhi Tell. It's the first time this show that we are not all picking unanimously.
He didn't say anonymously this time.
He did not say no.
So, the first duel we don't pick anonymously. We'll see how it goes.
There it is.
I am picking Yuhi. Here's the thing. I thought it was going to be Yui versus Chupataro in episode 4.
Right.
This is one that I'm not really going to overthink. I actually think the show gave a pretty big indicator on who's going to come out on top by already telling us that this is a rematch duel.
Yeah.
It's not common that we see a rematch duel the first time we see two duelists duel on screen. But the fact that this show has already set up that Kawaitel has gotten one over on Yuhi, and Yuhi is our only character of the main three that does not have a win yet, I think this is Yuhi's chance to get redemption, to get a win. I thought he was going to do it against Chupataro last week. Obviously, there was no duel in that episode. Totally fine. But my theory and my thoughts and my concepts just kind of carry over into this week. I think Yuhi beats Kawaitel. Kawaitel, I think, can take a loss. It's his debut episode. Usually the bad characters in their debut episodes, if they're not the main villains, don't win anyway. On top of that, Kawaitel already has a win over Yuhi, and he stole his Earth Damar before the show even began. I think a big reason that happened before the show began was so that they didn't have to have Yuhi lose a few duels consecutively, because he lost to Yugioh, then he would have had to lose to Kawaitel, then he would have had to have a rematch against Kawaitel. I think it's all set up to have Yuhi get his first win here. We've seen his sister do it. We've seen Yugioh, his new friend, do it. Yuhi will join them in the winner's circle after episode 5.
Well said.
Yeah.
It does lead me to believe, though, that a certain person's win streak last show might have been a fluke.
Well, I don't know about fluke.
I mean,
but Dredger did have a long.
Nothing is for certain right now, but yeah, he ain't looking good for old Dredge. Let's just say that.
I will say
shade,
this.
no shade.
I will say this.
No shade.
In Dredger's defense, to play devil's advocate, this is the weakest duelist of the main three.
Yeah.
As it's been stated, you had this studio pull results like Tiger versus Yuga, Sushiko beating Roman seemingly out of nowhere.
It's possible.
It's the same writing team.
Possible.
So I'm not incredibly confident, but I'm more confident than average.
Are you more confident in this as you were going into episode 5 of Luke versus Bakuro?
He's really keep bringing that up.
I knew. No, we all picked Luke. I don't even know what point he's trying to make.
I'm just saying that was episode 5.
That was
we
episode
didn't really
5.
know Luke at that point.
No, but he had beaten Yuga, so
And so you felt good?
Yeah, I felt good.
Yeah,
about
but
that.
Yuga lost to everybody in the show.
You know that by episode 5.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
He was 1-1 at that point.
Let's talk Luke Yoshio.
Or he's actually 3-1 actually, right? Because then he beat Roman and Gakuto, right? So he's 3-1.
He did lose to Roman as well.
Not at that point.
Right, not at that point. Yeah. One of the duelists. I mean, one of the people at this table picked Yoshio to beat Luke early on. Who was that?
I don't remember.
Are you out of your damn mind?
Let me tell you this. The chat is in agreement with us. Yes. 3/4 of people here tonight, you guys rock. Feel Yuhi is going to win. Although remember, you had 100% of people believe that Uemu was going to defeat Chupataro.
That worked.
So,
Worked out well.
So 75% is a step down there in confidence, but still most people
It's
are
because
picking
she's a
Yuhi
better
here.
duelist. So we were like, yeah, she got this in the bag.
We can only hope that Yuhi is not his father's son.
Oof.
When it comes to dueling.
Yeah.
Well, he's clearly not his father's son when it comes
I have
to
the
Rowan.
episode 6 summary here. Chat, you might want to hang on to the sides of your chairs for this one.
He tried to use Scotch tape to fix the spaceship.
Yeah, he couldn't fix the puzzle.
And then it fell off the bridge into a garbage truck and then almost into a furnace.
That was the ship's fault. I just want to say that.
They were scared. They don't even know what the hell's going on. You know, one of the pieces that helps them, the anti-gravity, is broken.
Yeah, but he's holding them and they're just like, nah.
I like how he made a whole bunch of paper ones.
That was kind of cool. It looked really good.
That
It
was
was
hilarious.
That was
and they're
smart.
like, oh, great thinking. He's like, yeah, great thinking. Did not have that plan.
Yeah, wait, and for a second I thought it was buffering on my computer for a second. I was like, no, he just stopped. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, that was good. That was funny. All right, you guys ready for episode 6?
Yeah. Bombi do, bro.
Bombi!
Episode 6. Whether you believe it or not is not my problem.
I like that.
Yuhi and his friends investigate an urban legend.
You know what that means.
I know exactly what it means.
What are you thinking?
Jinzo.
Whoa, full circle.
I believe
Bigfoot.
they are investigating the legend of Otis.
No. What do you? Come on, dude, get out of here. Shut it down. Shut it down. Cal, hit end
Urban
stream
legend
button.
was exactly how Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's began.
Yeah, but I mean, this show doesn't feel like it's even connected
I was
anymore.
thinking of Bigfoot.
Hit the. You know what? No, sorry, the wrong one. The other one.
This one.
Yeah.
It's just There's no chance.
He's not wrong though. That is how Sevens began. It was on an urban legend. Now he's dancing.
Because, I mean, this is insane. They're going to go to the same shrine that we saw in Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s.
If it still exists. We don't know if the Goha City was wiped off the map.
I mean, this is crazy. I got to play it. So let me tell you something. I don't actually believe that that's what's going to happen. I think
you don't.
I think the wording is fascinating. The problem with this show is they're doing cryptids. An urban legend can be a cryptid urban legend.
Yeah, of course. That's what I was thinking.
It could be Bigfoot.
That's what I said, Bigfoot. Yeah.
So that's more likely what it's going to be. But I thought the wording was very
Curious.
very
I think
fascinating.
Bigfoot is the possibility.
Couldn't the urban legend literally be the legend of Yugioh?
The Hidden Temple.
Yeah.
The
Like,
urban
theoretically.
No, Legend of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah.
Great show.
What if instead of Otis at the shrine, it's how Yugioh looked at the end of 7s?
Wow.
Deformed.
Deformed?
No, he just has the mask on.
Well, maybe that means he's under
Nobody
the mask.
cared until he put the mask on.
No, I think most likely the urban legend is going to refer to another cryptid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
What if they connect
Nessie.
two shows? Right?
How?
Like it's an urban myth, right? Technically, some of the characters are the villainous characters from Jujutsu Kaisen. What if they investigate that?
What?
Connects in two shows, blows them up.
No, if this was the same studio, maybe, but no.
I'm just going out
It's
there.
Yu Yu Hakusho Spirit Detective Ghosts.
We were on the rails earlier.
Yeah.
Completely off.
What
Yeah,
if it connects to the old National Geographic show Bone Detective?
I like that. I like that.
Could be that.
With Zoe Deschanel.
What?
Bones.
That's
I don't know.
also not
Emily
Zoe
did.
Yeah,
Deschanel.
that's her sister.
Close enough,
But,
I guess.
again, episode 1/7s, I'm 90% sure this was the wording. They investigate the urban legend of the
Probably unlikely.
King of Duels. Caliber, what do you think, man?
I have no idea.
What?
Absolutely no idea. I hope you're right.
Am I missing something?
Not with the Otis prediction, but with a Sevens connection. I hope you're right. Does that make sense?
Otis is dead for all we know. He's gone.
He's
well,
long.
Yuga murdered him in space.
Hey.
He might have cannibalized him in space. We don't
Otis
know.
is gonna be in this show. I don't know what to tell you.
As
Didn't you say
Yuga.
Seto Kaiba was going to be in the last show in the beginning?
No, I didn't say
Well, Otis is still Seto Kaiba.
I also didn't say that.
It's not a chance, bro. Week to week, I'm losing hope that any of those characters will ever return.
Oh,
or
they'll
be mentioned
return.
again.
They will return.
Nick T just wants
But
to
are
get
they
his mom to
them?
come back.
I
Or
think
are they
more.
like
She's
an
gonna be way
Arc
too
5
old.
baked version of them?
Well, it'll be them. It'll just be a dimension hopping or a dimension travel or something like
I
that.
don't think
if
they're
it's an
gonna get- I
AU.
don't
If
think
it's an
they're gonna get
AU,
into that.
I don't think so.
I think if it's an AU, I don't think they're going to get into dimension hopping. I think they're just going to leave it as it is.
What if the lady with the cat was Mimi?
It's not Mimi. She
Wonder
got
what she
younger.
looks like now.
Mimi?
Yeah.
I mean,
You'd
she
have
got
to-
younger. She at least looks like an
You have to
adult
what?
now.
Tell the audience what you would have to do. All 91 people here. What would you have to do?
No, I don't know.
What was he implying?
Next
I'd rather not think about it.
Limestone, thank you for the $2 donation, $3 donation actually. Is Dylan going to commission
That's
a
what I was
cardboard cutout / Funko Pop of Ray and X-Slayer? I am not.
You should.
That's a great idea, Limestone, but no, that'll
Be
be.
way better than the
it
idea,
has to
yeah.
do with Twitch, so you'll see it. I'll unveil it on Twitch very soon. Solid Snack, thank you for the $2 donations. Honestly, did not care for this episode. Somehow Chupa got more annoying. Really hope his character disappears because he sucks. Here's hoping next week is better. I think he's probably. I hate
Here
to
to
say it. I think
stay.
he's going to be around for probably.
He's going to be
First
interviewed
arc.
next
Yeah.
week.
It's gonna
Well,
be
he's being interrogated.
That's what I meant.
Not interviewed.
Yeah. Also, Dill, as much as you keep saying you can comedicize war, remember that one of the most popular TV shows in history, MASH, was a 10-season comedy about the Korean War. LOL. So it definitely can be done.
Yep.
Yeah.
It had drama too, though. Obviously.
He's right.
Yeah,
no.
I guess.
Good
it
job.
could
Ash
be.
actually is the best example of that.
Good
Yeah.
show.
Yeah. Very
Yeah.
good example.
So I guess you can make jokes about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had their serious moments though too. On this
Of course.
Yeah. That's probably I think a good formula that maybe a show like this could follow. Mainly comedy, Because would you say it was more comedy MASH than serious?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely say so.
It
I mean,
took
not
place
comedy
during-
like this, but
Yeah,
like,
during.
Like slapstick. It took place during the comedic.
I wouldn't class. No.
Well, what was the type of comedy? I didn't see the
Well,
show.
they were-
Was it during the war?
No.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
feel like it was more. It was at least halfway through when it was taking place.
Yeah, it was at
'Cause
least
Korean War's what 53.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a little bit after that. Right?
It's a little bit. Yeah, it's probably halfway through.
What is MASH? I feel like MASH is in the 60s.
72.
Is it? Yeah, so it's,
It's a
way
guess.
after.
It's a
No,
guess.
he just.
It's a
No,
guess.
that's when it was made.
Yeah,
But no,
Yeah.
that's when it was made. But like.
Wait, was I right?
1972.
Yeah.
Holy
But it's
crap.
when it takes place is
the
actually
lottery.
like during the.
Like,
comedic.
Yes, but I'm saying I thought you
What?
mean
Can I take
when
it?
the show was
Oh, it
was
actually
made.
Yeah,
No,
53
no.
is Korean War.
Yeah.
Well, it's sort of great.
Yeah,
Great point.
I'd say dark comedy.
Yeah.
I agree with that, Andrew.
Yeah.
I'd say dark comedy.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see how they.
You're not
tackle
going to
it.
get anywhere near that in this show. This would be very
Light.
Sevens like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can you do lighthearted comedy with war?
I think they're going to stay away from. I think you're putting too much stock into that.
Yeah, I think.
I think we're going to really stay away from a lot of that.
Do you think
stuff.
we ever go to Velgears? You don't think we ever?
I think
go?
it's a possibility. I don't think the show will turn dark.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see the realities.
Like, I think the darkest this can get is kind of how Sevens ended with, like, Yugioh disappearing and Otis may have died, maybe. Like, it's just not the vibe of this studio.
Yeah,
Just
I don't know. I think the conversations between Udius and Yugioh are going to be heavier.
I think there's a possibility. The way he is right now, Udius, I just don't see him being that type of character.
Yeah, but the conversations
But I
with
think when it comes
Yugioh
to
aren't going to be about Earth culture. You know, they're going to be about what happened during that fight, during those battles. I don't know. I think they're going to be a little.
I agree
more
with
simple.
that.
It's a
I agree
possibility.
with that.
I just don't have a lot of stock in it.
Yeah, no, I think that's definitely.
I think they could go more the route of Yugioh being the stick in the mud, and they build comedy off of that. That he's kind of like the stoic one. You know,
Yeah.
like, I could see them just making comedy off of that.
Yeah, I'm sure comedy will still be a big focal point, no matter what, 100%. Flail IPS, thank you for the $5 donation. Maybe it's a Japanese one like Teke or Yuki Ono or something like that. Like an urban legend for episode 6. Could be. I mean, we're thinking Bigfoot, but Bigfoot's international.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's primarily American, but
It started in America, but it's international for sure.
So, but it could be a Japanese. There's probably going to be a lot of myths that we don't know that
I
are
think
popular
DJ saw
in Japan.
it. He said he saw one once.
No, that was, yeah,
I'm
right.
pretty sure he did.
Yeah, he saw something in those woods.
Oh Lord.
Wasn't Bigfoot. Angie, thank you for the $2 donations.
Let's shut it down.
Speaking of Bigfoot, you know what? I'm sick of this. Whether you believe it or not, Yeti and Bigfoot are two separate beings. Winky face.
Yeah.
100%
Who said
true.
that?
Angie.
Yeah.
100% true.
Yeah.
Would you say they're similar?
Yeah.
Yeti and Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, similar, like, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say similar. I wouldn't say they're pretty much the same.
We had a huge
Yeah,
fight
because
last
your
week.
wording
There was a
specifically
fight
was
last week, was
Yes.
there?
yeah. Your wording in that, and people can go back. They're pretty much the same.
They're basically the same.
You would say similar, and then I would agree with you, and you'd be like, yeah, it's pretty much the same. That's where you're
Similar
wrong.
is a synonym to the phrase basically the same.
No, it's not.
They come from the same family, the same like the tree, right? But it's not the exact.
But their
same
backgrounds
species.
are different.
Yeah.
If you say, they're basically the same. They're similar. Those
No,
mean
those two phrases
similar
aren't-
things.
They mean similar things, but they don't mean the same thing.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I gotta go back to that.
You set yourself up for that.
No. Can we, me and you,
Yeah.
I'll
Go
pay
to
for
dark
it.
room.
No, not go in a dark room. Let's go to in a college level like English literature class.
Yeah.
Okay.
Part time, 3 credits.
All right, easy.
1 class. We'll do it at night, and we'll try to get to the bottom of this.
Okay, that's great.
What class are you gonna specifically take?
We can do one at Brookdale. We'll do one
College
at,
comp, yeah.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
really
Just an
not
English
as
class you
smart as
hope
I
will
thought
help you
were.
solve the problem of is Bigfoot and Yeti
No,
similar?
no. There
No,
was
we agree
similar.
on that. But Nick T is
The
confused.
same and similar, so you're gonna go there for same and similar.
Okay, but saying something is they're pretty much the same. That's saying that they're similar, right?
I'm not getting involved in that
Because
disputes. I'm just not getting involved.
It's very similar.
Similar is related. Pretty much the same is they're basically the same.
Wrong. Pretty much the same means they're related. It means the same thing. It
No.
means what you just said.
No.
But okay, but if they're the same, I would just say they're the same. By saying they're pretty much the same thing, I'm saying that, yeah, they're similar. But they're not the same. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, but like even like if you look at mathematical terms, that's incorrect.
Now we're bringing math into words.
Yeah, because if you use the word similar to like describe shapes, they're not the same. They're similar because the shape is the same.
Yeah, but that's math.
Yeah, no, but that's because that's the
If person A goes 100 miles an hour in a 35, person B goes 50 miles an hour in a 35, are they both speeding?
Yeah.
But person A is going to get a heavier fine.
One's pretty much the same, but one's
No. That's not the point I'm making. One's going to get a heavier fine, right?
Yeah, sure.
Exactly. So we can do examples like that all the time. Listen,
I use one that actually was relevant.
this conversation is not going to get anywhere. We know what we're saying. We
Hold on.
know the points.
Hey,
We have a
Bill.
disagreement.
Dill. Pickwick, thank you for the $5.33 Canadian dollars. I enjoy the duels, but I can rock with a no duel episode. It was funny at the end where Chupa decided to screw the duel and just beat the shit out of Yuhi.
Yeah, it was funny. Me? I dropped the conversation.
Oh, yeah.
You drop.
Do you guys want to go talk about this over there? Me and Pete can finish this out.
We got this. We will crush this podcast. If you guys want to talk about this, Cal and I got this, man.
Do you want to talk
I think you
about
guys
it?
should talk about it.
Like with us being here, it's basically the same thing as you guys
Get out.
being here.
Get out.
talk. No,
He
let's
wants you to go.
All right.
Let's talk. Let's talk.
He wants you to go.
It's like pretty much the
be
same
right back.
thing with or without you, right?
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
I mean, similar, pretty much the
Yeah,
same.
it's pretty much the same thing. It's a very similar podcast.
You are making a fool of me. What are you doing? Are you kidding me?
dumb?
All right.
Anyway, Philip Rose. Oh wait, this is a question for Nick T. Nick T, wait.
No, he's gone. Just skip it.
All right, Nick, Philip, I'm gonna save that for when Nick T comes back. Pickrick, thank you for another $5.34 Canadian dollar donation. The Earth Damar could be either a card, a mineral that can be forged into a card, or my personal favorite, the rusted remains of our good friend Kaizo.
It better not be that last
Well,
one.
I hope it's not the last
It better
one,
not be that
because
last
I
one.
hope he's still alive out there somewhere. Pete might have a different thought on that.
Well, he might have been the new doll. Remember, he was on the dashboard of the
that's
ship
true.
when it came down?
That's very true. I do like the idea of like a mineral for a card, or potentially a card itself could be something for
Let me
a
throw this one
summoning
at you.
method.
Let me throw this one at you.
Go for
It's
it.
a mineral to create a brand new dual disc. What about that?
I like
I
that.
think that'd be pretty great.
What about a mineral that's used to create a summoning method?
I think it could work.
A specific type of card.
I just think that Yugioh is going to bring the new summoning method.
And maybe Earth Damar is what he needed to make it.
I'm kind of on Nick T's train of the radar Earth Damar thing.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty fascinating.
I think it'd be very cool.
Yeah. I think that could work. But thank you so much for that donation.
Yeah, no, those are actually all good ideas. Even the Kaizo one.
Out of your mind, dude. You're out of your gourd.
Oh God, I think Nick T and Dylan are getting physical. Anonymous anime lover, thank you for the $5 donation. Hi Pete, and unfortunately Dylan, you may have started the theory about Yuhi being an alien, but don't worry, I still think Yuhi and Yumu are twins. I agree. I think it would be very cool if, like, they always thought they were twins, but maybe at a very young age
Yuhi
or
is
for whatever
adopted.
reason. Yeah, like Yuhi kind of was like taken in by the family, and they didn't know he was an alien. Because if you think about it, Yuhi and Yumu don't look anything alike, so it wouldn't be far-fetched to be like, okay, they're not related.
I think it's possible because we know we have. Is it wrong to say infestation of aliens right now? I feel like it's kind of like an infestation.
It is kind of like an infestation.
They're appearing out of nowhere, even though they've been here on Earth. Why are they making their appearance now?
Yeah.
A lot of them look very human-like.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's crazy that, somebody's parents or grandparents got involved with one of these said aliens, didn't realize
The
they were an
alien
alien.
mob, perhaps.
There you go. It's a possibility.
Yeah.
I think it's a possibility.
Because, like you said, they could be hanging around for a while, and the sun rose in the right way that day, and they're like, all right, we're coming out. It's time to play.
So we'll welcome back them on the podcast. You guys, you good?
Welcome,
Is it good?
welcome back.
we put aside our differences.
All right, that's good. So Nick T won. Okay.
We're just going through some donuts.
Anonymous and Philip, thank you.
So there's well, I didn't read Philip's yet because it's a question for Nick T.
Oh, yeah, let me hear it.
So Philip Rose with a $10 donation said, Nick T, who are your most hated Gundam characters? Mine are Flay, Ulster from Gundam Seed, She was so annoying. I'm glad she died at
Oh
the
my
end.
God.
Spoiler.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a 20-year-old.
Is it Ayak Kujin or Lok Kujin?
It's Yoke. Yeah.
And Jasly from IBO, they died horrible deaths.
I'm forgetting who Jasly was, honestly. I agree about Flay, though. She was terrible. Oh, yeah, that guy's... Yeah.
That was Pickrick also. Pickrick, thank you.
Yeah, that was the other one.
Yeah, I don't know if I have, like, a most hated. I would really have to, like, go back and look. Flay is definitely up there. She was awful. Yeah, I'm not sure. I have to think about it. Well, let me get back to you on that. But...
And then the next one's another one from Philip, I believe. I think it's a question for, or a comment towards Dylan.
Oh, let me hear it.
Oh, you want me to read it again?
No, I got it. I got this, bro.
Oh, okay.
I got this, bro. I have to
You
clear
said
my
let
voice.
me hear it, so I was like, oh. Yeah.
You
I had to clear my voice after yelling so much.
Yeah, and he got his windpipe pushed in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
It's a little dislodged.
That was the most intimidating thing I've ever seen.
We have $10 from Philip Rosewood. He says, Dill, I love you, bro, and I completely understand your hatred for Crow, Shingo, Hunt, and the Yagi. And while I don't have any disdain for those characters, I get it. If you don't like them, that's how you feel.
Philip, I don't have any disdain for some of the characters that were mentioned. Hunt is the only one that of that bunch that I really dislike.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I am sure about that.
I feel like you really hate Shingo.
No, I don't really hate Shingo.
Would you say you hate people that are similar to you?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Like if you looked in the mirror and you saw someone...
Philip, thank you so much, man. Yeah. Listen, I they're just not my type of characters.
That's fair.
How?
Word gets around fast.
Damn, this community. It's a bunch of reds.
Right.
Philip, thank you, my
Find
friend.
the red and bring him into the light. We have $5 from Miguel Martinon. Theory: girl from the ending is the phone girl. She uses a homunculus like Daito Kuji from GX to stay young.
I mean, listen, I love that theory.
Who
Miguel,
said that? Insane.
The Timeline Part 2 creator, Miguel Martinon. He actually did make a Timeline Part 2.
That's true. I know you did do that.
Well, that means you probably have to delay yours for another year or two.
Yeah, mine because of that got pushed back 3 more months.
You might have to send a cease and desist.
Well, he would have to send one to Crunchyroll, I believe, as well.
Miguel, thank you.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea. That sounds wild.
I love that.
We have 10...
Any girl on the phone theory, I'm down for.
Especially a homunculus who doesn't age.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Any theory.
Anything.
Any theory.
You come up with one, and I'll let you know.
back it. All right, I respect that.
The next two are for you, by the way.
Oh, let's hear.
Or after this one.
After this one, okay.
He's a popular guy.
So Electric Heaven with $10 He said, "Just curious, Dill, why aren't you a fan of the dumb comedic characters? I imagine you're referring to characters like Chaz, Yugioh, and Silvio, who were some more popular characters in the series."
Yeah, actually, great question, Kevin, and thank you for the super chat. Not my type of characters. I mean, listen, all of them are different. Crow is not necessarily in that radar. The reason was Crow even mentioned in that comment?
Yeah, you mentioned. No.
Okay,
Chaz,
I'm
Yugioh,
thinking
and
about the
Silvio.
other one.
Yeah, so you automatically just thought of Crow.
Right, because you hate him. You had to
Oh,
stay
hold
on
on. We
here.
might be down.
No, I think we're good.
We're still talking.
Oh, no.
All right.
I think
Well,
it's
no,
just
because
us.
people
You're
in
on
the chat were
wireless.
saying that we were buffering too. That's why.
You're on
I wasn't.
wireless, I think.
Well, no, but like other people were buffering also, so it's not.
Such a dick, dude.
Kevin, yeah, great question. Yugioh was...
I'm vengeance.
Yugioh was fine. I just think that after a while, the comedic shticks can get a little repetitive and a little just kind of annoying for me. Shingo, I never really saw the appeal with Shingo. I always thought he was just very full of himself, very arrogant, and that's very different than Yugioh. Yugioh is not that at all. I like Yugioh a lot more than I like Shingo, even though Yugioh was my least favorite U-boy. I wouldn't consider Yugioh a dumb comedic character. Shingo, yes, I think Shingo fits that billing for me. Who was the third character that he mentioned?
Silvio.
Okay, yeah, same thing. Shingo and Silvio. Yeah, Shingo specifically, lost all of his duels. I know a lot of people say, well, he had really hard opponents. He had some good duels. He did. His round 2 duel against Yugioh and his duel against Yugioh, I remember, were really enjoyable. And his duel against Serena was enjoyable. But that being said, him never winning a duel, I thought was a little, it just made it predictable. Every time he dueled, you knew he was going to lose. And on top of that, I just felt like he was a douchey guy that never really grew that much as a person. He had his dad was either the mayor or the governor of town, so he was a rich boy, and he acted like it, and it's just he was not my type of character. But Crow I dislike for different reasons, and it's not really Crow's fault. It's just the
ridiculous.
You hate his deck.
The writing. No, I don't hate his deck. It's.
But you hate his archetype.
No, I don't hate. Oh my God, that's the same thing.
I would say it's similar.
No, I would say that's pretty much the same.
I agree with you. It's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same, but it's pretty much the same.
His stroke.
Well, you said they're the same, so they're pretty much the same.
Yeah, I would agree they're pretty much the
But
same.
I don't think it's.
Dude, Black Wings are legendary. Don't hate.
Oh, you just hate getting smoked by them.
No, they're not even good.
X-Layer has smoked you at the level.
It's crazy to me that how many characters I'm noticing a pattern that you don't like because they're you when you look in a mirror. It's just a reflection of you.
Yeah, my dad is the governor of the city.
Yeah, we
The
don't tell
mayor.
people that often, but that's true, yeah.
Your dad's got a lot of power.
Electric Evan, great question, fair question. But yeah, I don't think all the characters you named there fall under that umbrella. Yugioh, I didn't mind. Shingo, though, I wasn't a big Shingo guy.
That's fair, bro. I just want to let you know that's fair.
Thought his duels were predictable, and even though they weren't entertaining, I just felt like he was. He was just
He was the betting
he was
favorite.
a liability at the end of the day to the team. It was a d-bag. What was that?
He's the betting favorite because every time you're going in, you're like, he could win this time.
That's one way to look at it.
That's how I look at it.
I suppose.
I don't think he ever dueled Serena. I think I'm thinking of Yugioh versus Serena. Right, he lost to Yugioh, and that was it. So he never dueled Serena. I forgot I said that.
Venus and Serena.
I always bring the racket like Venus and Serena. Yeah, that's a great line.
Kevin, thank you.
There's a lot of people in here saying buy Black Wings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, why do you hate Black Wings?
I don't hate Black Wings.
I'm just curious, okay? You don't have to get upset.
You guys have another talk?
I'm not getting upset. I don't hate Black Wings.
Okay.
I don't know where that.
Is it because,
I don't hate
what
Crow
Nick T
either.
said? Because you get smoked by
I really don't hate Crow. I don't know really where that theory.
I've heard it multiple times.
I think you've outright said on and off camera, I hate Crow.
I've definitely not said it off camera.
At the very least, you've
we're at
definitely...
IHOP at 2 a.m. and I'm talking about Crow
You've definitely thrown shade at him.
I remember
thrown shade at him.
specifically
He's not
standing
my
here
favorite.
one time off camera, and I looked at this poster, and you said, yeah, everybody in that poster's good, except this guy. And you pointed to Crow right there in the corner.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
There's definitely memes about it.
I don't. There's memes, but sometimes memes.
There's
no
always a grain of
memes
truth.
to the
There's,
memes.
there's always a grain of truth in memes. You know that.
And then you said, yeah, you've met him, right, where you are watching. And I said, yeah. And he said, what do you think of it? I said, yeah, I don't have a problem with it so far. He said, just wait.
Well, all right. It's not his fault. The writers chose to focus a lot on him at the cost of the twins and Aki.
That's fair.
And that I wasn't the biggest fan
All
of.
right. See, why couldn't you just be honest about it at the beginning?
I have said that for 6 years since I've started this YouTube
when you're
channel.
asked about it, you could just say, "Listen, I didn't like him for this reason."
That's what I always say.
But you just said, "I don't know where this is coming from."
I don't want to, overstep my boundary. But that's the first time I've ever heard you say that.
Oh my God, you guys
Let's
just
move on.
don't. You guys
It's
just
okay.
don't listen to what I'm saying.
That's also
That
true.
is true. It's very true.
Jesus.
Shit.
All right.
You're an idiot.
We have $5 from Philip Rosewood. He said, Nick T, one good thing about us getting a new Gundam show is that we'll have more characters to love and the same amount to hate. Looking forward to that. Honestly, I am the person that does not hate most characters. I don't really care so much about hating characters. I don't really necessarily look forward to that. But I do very much look forward to loving new characters and all the new Gundam designs. There's a million reasons to be excited about the new Gundam show. So I'm very much looking forward to it. Specifically for the first time we get a female protagonist in a Gundam
Philip, thank you so much. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
show. It is really cool.
Damn.
Yeah, right? We have 10 pounds from Nicholas Horton. Said, another one for me. I'm a popular guy.
You are, dude.
Yeah.
Happy to have you.
It says, Nick T, the Gundam Ariel from the Witch of Mercury poster. Its design is very IBO-esque. The designer of Ariel also worked on Gundam designs on Gundam 00. No, that makes sense. It's a very like new Gundam design, whether it's like 00 or IBO. It definitely is similar to that, and that's part of why I really like it.
Yeah.
I also thought it looked a lot like Recongusta and G. Whatever, I forget the name of that Gundam, but the main one for that. Very cool. Thanks, Nicholas.
Thank you, Nick.
We have $5 from Philip Rosewood again. He said, Chapter 2 of Lost Horizon is gonna have another main couple, and they're gonna be spicy.
Yeah.
While Chapter 3 has more of an action romantic mix with a crazy fight.
The Lord is good.
There's like sounds like the whole crowd going on right now.
Hey, everybody! Philip, I can't wait for that, man. Send it to me, and I'm gonna read it with the boys. So
Yeah,
I'm good.
I can't wait for the spicy parts.
Definitely good.
thank you, Philip.
The boys.
With the boys. We have $5 from Legendary Duels.
Thank you,
JC.
JC. Thank you, man.
Tired of my boy Yuhi getting disrespected. He held back, which is part of why he lost. # justice for Yuhi.
Kind of fair.
No, definitely fair.
Well, it's very fair, JC, but who is disrespecting Yuhi?
I'll disrespect him right now.
I think when we call him dumb, I think that's what. Or
But
maybe.
he is.
Oh, remember when I said hopefully he's not his father's son, maybe.
Yeah.
That's more of a shot at Yuga than Yuhi.
Yeah.
Listen, we're not disrespecting Yuhi, but he is the weakest duelist of the three. I think that's
So far.
By far.
fair to say.
So far.
Not even close.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But it's also
I think we're getting a little
not
crazy
it's also
here.
not impossible. Like it doesn't mean he's a bad duelist.
He's not a bad guy.
He just.
JC, thank you so much. X-Slayer, thank you for the $2 donation. I had a question on the May 24-hour stream. Will that be the return of Duel Links as a one-off? Will there be a Switch Sports section so I can see you guys mess around during that time? Yes. 24-hour stream most likely is going to be May 13th. That's the tentative date. I will confirm that in the next couple of days, X-Slayer. I'm thinking I will stream Duel Links for a bit. I'm thinking of doing Master Duel for a bit. You know, Fall Guys. I would love to play the sports on the Nintendo Switch. I'll be getting that game, so we're going to do that.
Play me in bowling, bro.
I'll play in bowling. Maybe we'll do a little Mario Kart. I'm not sure if it'll be a solo stream, just me, or if anyone will be joining me for that. But that is kind of the tentative date, X-Slayer. So, yes, those are all things on the docket. Very excited for that.
What game are you getting for Switch, did you say?
The sports resort game.
Oh, fun.
Limestone, thank you for the $2 donation. How does Pete feel about the changes in the opening? Also, why was Dylan willing to throw a shopping cart into his pool? I was very excited.
He was going to ride a shopping cart into his
What
pool.
did I miss with that?
He was saying he was so excited about the next episode.
Episode 6.
Episode 6. That he wanted to open his pool
Okay.
and ride a shopping cart off of his roof.
Into
his
the pool.
And
That'd
they
be,
said,
it's
Remember
fun. It's
Family
like,
Guy? Roof shopping cart?
Yeah, and he broke his neck.
Yeah.
ow.
oh my
Ow.
god,
Ow.
that part's so hard to watch.
Yeah, even for a cartoon.
Is it hard to watch?
Yes, dude. His neck is
Yeah,
sideways.
but it's so tilted that it's funny.
No,
it's
dude.
not painful. Ow.
You
I
see
don't
the
touch it.
bones.
It's like
Don't touch it.
190 degrees. Ow. What do I do?
Yeah, like what? Like if that were to happen to you,
You'd be dead.
Oh, it's over.
You wouldn't be conscious.
yeah, but what are in those moments of consciousness?
There was a video like that years ago that went online.
Oh, stop!
There was.
Stop!
Ow.
Stop!
That's a whole like subgenre of YouTube
Stop.
is like
Oh
all
my-
of that stuff.
Yeah, I
but,
for
but
20
not like as like that, but like all that jackass like kind of stunts of like where they're trying to recreate it.
I know.
It's
What
not
was-
something to watch.
No,
What's the MTV show?
for-
Scarred?
Yeah, there was Scarred MTV. That was another one.
Well, that's what's that? Shock Shock Jock something. I think that's the genre.
God, Scarred was something.
For 27 years of my life, I have avoided those
I'll
types
send you a
of
few
content.
clips. I'll send you a few clips.
And I plan on avoiding it for the next 40, 50 years of my life.
I'll
as
send
well.
you a few clips.
So what happens after that? Then you're gonna start watching them?
Well, life expectancy is
Around
77.
80.
What?
Doesn't mean you could live longer than that.
You could die tomorrow.
All right, what are we doing here? Maddie, thank you for the $3 donation. Hope everyone is well tonight. Dying at work. Wish me luck, y'all. See you in a couple weeks. Maddie, can't wait for GTA night, my friend.
Yeah, man.
We'll see you soon.
Don't die.
Limestone, also, Pete, what did you think about the changes in the opening? Did you even notice it?
to be honest, skipped
Yeah.
right through.
Yeah. They
So I didn't even know.
In episode 3, they changed the whole opening visuals. So watch it when you get a chance.
Okay.
It's
I'll
a
check
lot
it out.
better now.
I'll check it out.
Better now.
Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, of course.
Nicholas T.
I got
No,
it.
I thought he was.
Matt Galaxy, thank you so much for the 40 Australian dollars.
Gosh.
Thank you so much, dude. Holy shit.
Oh, you're
Matt
all together.
Galaxy,
Okay, yeah.
great guy. Apparently his name was supposed to be Matt Galaxy,
And you just shifted.
but I've said Galaxy
You
my
changed
whole life.
history.
Ruined his whole life.
I did change history, did not, because Matt actually sent me a very nice message on Discord saying it changed the trajectory in a good way for his channel.
He
Matt,
did that to make you feel better.
shout out to you, my friend. Where am I? Matt, thank you. Nick Yagi is attacked. Everyone else scared. Dill. Okay, I don't get happy when Nick Yagi is attacked.
No.
I don't get happy when Nick Yagi is attacked.
Okay.
But I just find it
If
fascinating.
you say so.
Also, oh my god, is this about to be the first fight on a Yu-Gi-Oh podcast? No, the first fight was when Entame pied Dredger and broke his nose. That was...
She didn't break his nose, but he did bleed.
Tell me, do you believe?
That was technically the first fight.
I'm vengeance.
Yeah, that was the first fight. When that pie connected with his nose,
Actually, that's accurate.
the blood just dripping on the floor. It was crazy. So that was the second fight in history. What did you say about Yugioh, Dill? You called him 1v1 in Master Duel. What did I call him? I didn't call him that. I corrected myself, Matt. I didn't say anything bad about Yugioh.
Yugioh.
You go. He was my least favorite U-boy. I like Yuri, Yuya, and Yuto more than Yugioh. I think he was a ladies' man. I understand why some people loved him. But I just
Hold on.
he was a lot.
I want to see if this clip plays. Hold on. Yeah, this is you.
When?
This is you from a while ago.
I don't know if I give you permission to air this.
I hope he's the only character in the show that has a permadeath.
Explain yourself.
I will play that one more time.
Actually, you know what? I'll say this about Nick Yagi. I hope he's the only character in the show that has a permadeath. I'll say that. Wow, he's a child.
Just T.
At the
What's
time,
the
he was a
defense?
child.
He was a child.
Just forever.
He was a child. I said he is a child, and
Yeah.
now he was
Just
a
forever.
child.
I hope you guys could hear that. I apologize if you couldn't. But it was Dylan, a 7-second clip of Dylan just going, I'll say this for Nick Yagi. I hope he's the only permadeath on this show.
That I will say this, and I'm not going to say more on it.
Pull the tape.
Without your lawyer present.
That is very much plucked out of context.
No, it is
I
not.
know. I mean, that is as
There
blatant
couldn't be more
as
in
you can get
context.
something.
I may have been reading
That's like
a
you
super
say,
chat.
hey, I murdered the guy. Wow, that is
No,
way out of
I
context.
may have been reading a donation of someone saying that.
No, no one. No, that was your speech.
I got to
pattern.
go back and take a look
Better
at that.
chance at seeing pigs fly than that being the case.
I got to take a look at that. Josh, thank you for using the link, and thank you for a $25 donation. Thank you so, and Matt Galaxy, by the way, thank you for the 40 Australian dollars, man. Thank you so much. Ladies. Oh yeah.
Why did you?
Josh, thank you for the $25 donation. I appreciate you so much, my man. Enjoyed the episode. School is kicking my butt with a group project right now, so I can't stay for long. You know what they say about group projects? When I pass away, I want my group members to lower me into my grave so they can let me down one last time.
What the
Josh,
hell?
I hope that the group project is going well for you. I know how terrible group projects can be. I was a marketing major. It's all we did was group projects,
they're the
and
worst.
I had to plan a concert. I'll never forget it. We had to plan a concert in the Red Rocks of Denver.
That's a great venue,
Yeah,
by the
but they wanted churches to main event, and we had to sell it
That's
to
easy.
80,000 people. No,
80,000?
Yeah, it was 80,000
What's the
people.
cap of-
We had to bring in the dairy farms. I mean, it was ridiculous. It was a horrible experience. We did not get a good grade.
And you flew out to Denver to do that.
No, and luckily it was not real, but I made like a whole trailer for it.
The capacity for Red Rocks is 9.5
That was what my group picked.
Well, they're dumb.
Exactly. That's why I say that about group projects.
Josh,
Josh,
80,000 people.
our thoughts are with you, man, but seriously, thank you for such a generous donation. I'm happy you liked the episode, and I hope to see you next week, man. Keep it up. You're almost at the end of the semester. I think you're also in marketing, but sports. You're right. You're in like sports marketing.
Okay, there we go. Like a MetLife Stadium's 82,000. MSG is only 20.
So tell me, how are we going to fit 80,000 people 2-night festival into Red Rock?
Well, it was gonna have to be someone on the lawn. I don't know how that would have worked.
No, it doesn't. The whole thing's
It wouldn't have worked.
You're just gonna go.
Put it this
stand on
way:
all the
the
ramps.
fire marshal would not have been.
I believe we got a 78 on our project,
That
and the
makes
only
sense.
reason we got such a decent grade was really, and I hate to toot my own horn, but it was really because of my presentation skills for the project.
Good job.
Thank you. And it was really because of my trailer that I put together, which featured churches and some other lower tier artists like Taylor Swift and some other people.
It was specific.
And so, that was a big thing.
I love churches, though.
Yeah, me too.
I've already said, "Oh my God, that's an awful grade."
Lauren Mayberry.
That was, hey, listen, and I'll teach it to my family. C's get degrees. Ivrea was like straight A, Ivy League, 4.5. Meanwhile, I'm just cruising for that C.
I learned the hard way that doesn't exactly work for graduate school.
This guy. I can learn a lot from this guy right here.
It's not good.
Oh.
Hey, everybody!
Nick T coming in, winging it on the last day of his fight.
Of the presentation.
Hey, everybody!
Holy shit. Philip Rosewood, thank you for the $10 super chat.
No.
Nick T, there's a guy in Gundam Build Fighters named Minato Sake. He was a good but cocky builder and fighter, and to me he's like Shingo but more fleshed out. Look him up, he was one of my favorite fighters.
I watched Build Fighters. I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah. Was he one of your favorites?
Did you like him?
Not particularly.
Yeah, well that's Shingo.
Yeah. No.
He just said
no.
He just said he's like Shingo
I
but
don't
more
think so.
fleshed out.
No, I've watched. No, Shingo's more of a Chad. This guy's not a
You
Chad.
haven't even watched how many episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 have you watched?
Probably
The pen throw was iconic there.
a lot, dude. I can't even.
How many
count.
episodes?
Honestly, I can't even quantify.
You
it.
tell me 3 duels that happen in Arc 5 right now, and I'll shut up in the next 10 seconds. Can't look it up. 3 duels.
I can't.
Can
look
I
it
do
up.
it?
You can't look it up. 10 seconds.
I can't look it up. Pete, look it up.
No. Okay. 10, 8. 3 duels. 6. 5.
I don't have to entertain this.
Okay.
I'm not going to.
So you didn't see a single
I'm not gonna
episode.
entertain this.
So how can you say?
I'm not gonna entertain
this is friend to friend, man. How can you say?
I use that term very loosely.
You look like such like a worn out like Wall Street person when you have the glasses off with the angle
Thank
that
you,
it's at.
man.
The cackle, bro.
Yeah, Cal, what's your GPA, bro?
3.9 in grad school.
You remember that?
Yeah.
That was a classic.
How's it feel being a smart cookie?
To answer your statement, Philip, he was. I don't like him as a character, but Sakai is a good
cookies are
fighter.
sweet.
It was entertaining to watch. I love Build Fighters though. That's a really good series.
Nicholas Horton, thank you for the 10-pound super chats. Crow took the spotlight away from Akiza and Leo. And Leo is the true 6th signer because Power Tool Dragon was 6th Dragon in the past. Yeah, they obviously shoehorned Crow to be a signer in there, and I think that was kind of the issue that I had with him. Now, I'll admit, it's unfair to take it out on him
because he's a
character.
He's fake.
It was the writer's decision. And I thought it was a bad creative decision that led to a poorer second half of 5Ds. Ivrea, thank you for the $4 super chats. Dill salty today. After dark, please also stop being mad. I'm not mad. I'm very happy.
He's very mad today.
I'm very in a good
mood. He hit me right before we went live.
No, I'm very in a good mood. When was the last time we did an After Dark podcast?
It's been a while. We should.
Yeah, we got to do it again.
Probably the filler arc.
We did one during the pandemic.
Did we?
We definitely did.
Okay.
Well, because there was a point during the pandemic where there was no episode.
Part of the filler.
That's right.
It
We
was
got to
like-
do it again.
That's like,
No,
it was
no,
like
but
filler
filler
arc
arc-
2.0.
No, we
Yeah.
just did it one day. I think it was one of the episodes was maybe a recap or something. We decided to skip it, and we did another one. I think it was something
Was
like
that?
that. I remember doing it.
It was definitely during COVID, though.
Yeah, because we were all
We did like
all
Jackbox or something
discording
like
in.
that.
Yeah, there was also a filler arc part 2 though, where when
It was more recent than you think, like 3-4 months ago.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Whoa, 3 or 4 months.
It was
ago.
when Dredger said the thing about proposing, even though
Because I remember we had a specific talk about what's your goals for 2022. So it wasn't as long as you think.
oh yeah, there was one. Yeah, there was one before that as well. There's a couple before.
After Dark podcast episode 11 was January 5th. Yeah.
because
Oh, I had COVID.
And the one before that was March 31st. So we do it about every 10 months. Yeah. So we'll do it in October, Ivrea. But thank you for... No, we'll do it before then, I promise. Thank you, Ivrea. And Nicholas Horan, one last one. G Recco, Belry's mobile suit was the G Self, and Ada's mobile suit was the G Arcane. Nick T, take it away, my guy.
Yeah, that's... I've never seen G Recco. I just know those suits. But G Self... What?
Are they good suits?
They look sick. The designs are really good. I've never seen them in action, but I like G Self a lot, and I think Ariel looks a lot like G Self. G Arcane is crazy looking too, though.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, listen, guys, it was a blast. Thank you for a memorable episode 4. This definitely went on longer than I thought it would. You guys are all incredible. To everyone who donated, I appreciate it so much. You don't know how much it helps me out, helps me continue to do this production, and continue to just kind of give back to you guys in form of better content. Been uploading a lot of YouTube Shorts. If you want some quick, digestible content, definitely check out my channel. I know it's kind of cheating, but check it out. I think you guys will probably enjoy a lot of the stuff on it. Pete, Nick T, and Calibro, thank you guys so much. If it was not for these three, by the way, if it was not for these three... and Dredger as well. Shout out to Dredger. This production, this podcast would not be a thing. I'm so thankful for these guys, not only being, my teammates when it comes to this podcast, but also being some of my closest friends. They all do amazing work. Cal streams, Nick T streams, Pete makes some YouTube content. I'm going to let them take it away. Please consider following them if you don't already. Everything is linked down below in the description. They do some incredible work. They take their time every week to geek out about Yu-Gi-Oh! With me, with you guys. Oh, yeah. So the least you can do is follow them. You guys can...
All right, so before I start, Dill, $2 tip from X-Slayer. So what's up with the flexing earlier, bro? Explain that in 30 seconds.
I'll explain it quick. I saw... So in my Discord, by the way, to be in my Discord, Raw Yellow channel member, Silver tier or above patron or Twitch sub... so if you're any of those...
Every single month, you have to keep giving that money in, and it's the only way you can stay in the Discord.
Incorrect. I'm not, there are content creators that are like that. I am not. Once you're in, you're in. That being said, I have a workout and fitness section of my Discord. X-Slayer posted... X-Slayer is massive, by the way.
Guy.
Jacked.
He's enormous.
Easily could destroy
Posted a great... Well, yeah, I don't doubt that. Most people can. Posted a great pic of him showing off the biceps. Calibro responded with a picture... Not bad. Not as good as X-Slayer, but not bad.
That's fair.
Looking pretty jacked. So then for the meme, ran to the bathroom at my work.
What?
And yeah, because I was in a cubicle.
Do you
today.
even work at this job?
No.
And I ripped the sleeveless shirt, and I just gave the gun show, baby. What do you mean? What?
No, like that's not the part that even like. It's like between looking at Funko Pops, taking pictures of your shirt.
That's where I'm focused
yourself
on.
in the bathroom,
and
at
then
work.
like they're out here
video
showing
and pictures.
They're showing Hausers and bazookas, and you're showing an ankle holster. I mean, like, what are we talking about?
It was, to be fair, it was for the meme. I'm not actually jacked. I know that.
Do you
could be?
You could be.
You could be. You have the frame for it. You're
cut.
just lazy.
You're cut.
I don't have time. I mean that with the most sincerity. I do not have time to work out right now.
So doing your shorts when you're recording your shorts, just doing pull-ups while you're recording.
I'd have to, yeah.
Just do
Monday to Thursday, 18 hours.
Do Yu-Gi-Oh lifting on stream.
That's a good idea.
That's the new stream. You have an excuse. It's like the excuse you make to play video games. You just stream it. Well, instead now you just work out.
Well, why don't you add on Twitch like push-ups and sit-ups?
Do you want to promote your stuff?
Oh yeah. So every once in a blue moon, I stream over on Twitch, twitch.tv/calbreezy. That's CALBREEZZY. It's linked down below, so you can go look at that. I think my Twitter and something else is linked down there as well. But yeah, I play a lot of FPS games, and then games like Pokemon or Fall Guys, or basically anything I'll stream. So definitely check me out on there. I'm gonna have probably a more structured schedule after this quarter end is over, so that'll be good. And then yeah, I'm also playing in a Valorant tournament in a couple weeks, but I can promote that when it gets closer too.
Woo! All right, cool. Very nice, dude. I also stream on Twitch. I did miss all this week. I don't know if I'm gonna do next week. I was a little burnt out from it. Just not feeling it. But in general, every Monday and Tuesday night, for the most part, I stream on Twitch as well. At twitch.tv/NickFightsMoms. I, usually do a lot of emulators and stuff. I did Fire Emblem. I've done Castlevania. Minecraft even. Recently I've been doing The Sims, which has been a lot of fun. Sims 3. And I also do a lot of music streams where I perform originals and covers and such. And I actually, as many of you know, play music as Nameling, and you can go find all my songs on all streaming platforms, including a song I contributed to a compilation for Ukraine humanitarian relief. So if you wanted to buy any, for any price, you could buy the entire compilation. It's got a lot of friends and one of my exclusive songs on there, and all that profit goes towards the relief.
It's a very notable
Thank you.
thing. Good
I
music,
just saw that. I just couldn't. I lost it. I'm like, I can't even.
what?
My brain.
It's accurate.
The face. Is so
I'll get it up for them. I'm not ashamed.
I want
You
to
shouldn't
bring
be
it.
ashamed.
Put it up.
The productivity is really what gets me.
It's something. Yeah, run our YouTube channel, Clueless Gamers. If you don't know, do movie reviews, TV show reactions, trailer reviews. Today, episode 1 of Moon Knight premiered on the channel about 9 a.m. So if you want to go check that out, give it a view, give it a like. If you like the content, I would greatly appreciate it. And for everything else, follow me on Twitter at PeteVicaro21.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, chat, I am so thankful for all of you, and I'm going to leave you with a little bit of workout motivation, because I know a lot of you guys want to hit the gym. I know a lot of you guys maybe just need a little bit of an extra push to get out there, get after your dreams, and I am here to tell you right here that I believe in you. Get after your dreams, baby. Look at that. That is in the bathroom of my second job today. I am always looking out for you guys. I am always trying to be the best version of myself. And let me tell you guys something. I believe in every single one of you. Grab tomorrow by the throat. Get after your goals. Get after your dreams. You guys are all going to accomplish amazing, amazing things in this beautiful simulation that we call life. Week's almost over. Tomorrow night, I'll be playing some Elden Ring. Saturday, we are going to be doing a live watch-along to Episode 5 for Go Rush. Kawaitel, Yuki, very excited for that. Pete, Nick, T, Cal, thank you guys so much. To everyone that donated, to everyone that super chatted, thank you so much. It means the world to me. Thank you all for being here, and I hope you have an amazing day. Take care, guys.
See you guys.
Good night.
Good night.